Fans, and a happy holidays, and Merry Christmas, and even a Happy New Year's. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah. Whatever you're celebrating this year. From us at Davey Max Tales from the Satellite.
Yeah.
Your host, the elf of this episode, Bobby Tamburo, and joining me is the star of the program, the captain of Christmas, the Santa Claus of the Tales from the Satellite, East Side, Dave McDonald.
Well, thank you, Robert. And we're doing another glorious car episode, which is very, very controversial because we just had a huge snowstorm in the New Jersey, Pennsylvania area. I will say the roads are, I think, pretty okay and suitable enough for a fun Tales from the Satellite. And it's going to be a holiday special, baby. And we are going to have a lot of fun here. And, you know, we figured a car episode because why not? Everyone's always traveling to the in-laws, to the relatives during the holiday season. So a nice little car episode is always a fun thing. And also because Robert and I are so ridiculously busy that this was the only opportunity to do a show. That's, by the way, how much we care for you. We have, we work 48 hours a day, Robert and I. And yes, a day. And so as a result, sometimes we almost don't have any windows with which to record. But when we have a nice drive from New York to New Jersey, so on and so forth, well, we have an opportunity. That's what we're doing today. And we got some great Christmas Ron and Fez content for you that's just really fun. Some of it, you know, some hot takes, but also a lot of fun audio.
Absolutely. A lot, all about Christmas. I actually think what's kind of funny is one of the audio segments we're playing is Christmas in July, where you guys are talking about Christmas, but it's from July of that year. Which
That's
I think
awesome.
It's kind of cool to tie it together. But kind of like you said, it is the special time of year. We did do something special, and it was your idea. So I'd like you to reveal it to the audience, that the extra golden nugget we threw into this episode for them.
Well, we know that the show is called Tales from a Satellite. And we understand, and we're going to be playing a first segment for you from Sirius XM. But it ain't Christmas without a gift, yo. It ain't the special Santa Claus Day without presents. And so what we thought would be a nice little Christmas present or Hanukkah gift for you would be, we're going to play some free FM, 92.3 FM audio, where we had just joined free FM. That December, I believe, is when we had gotten back. So we were doing both satellite radio and Sirius XM noon to 3, and then 92.3 FM 6 to 9 p.m. And these were two totally unique shows. We weren't like doing the show noon to 3 and then replaying it on free FM 6 to 9. We were doing a noon to 3 show at Sirius XM and then going over and doing another 3-hour show 6 to 9. It was insane. But we also got paid twice.
You did get paid twice, but what we've talked about
I was making bank.
Well, if we could go back.
I mean, I was getting paid like $35,000 like a stooge.
Okay.
But $35,000 from two different companies. That equates to 70 G's, yo. I loved it. Davey Mack was happy.
And of course you invested it well and are sitting on that nest egg.
Oh, no. Well, that's not our fault. The free FM gig didn't last too long. Not because, again, as we've stated, Ron and Fez were the #1 English-speaking show from 6 to 9 p.m., defeating WABC defeating WFAN, defeating CBS, 1010 wins. All of these stations, we were number one. We were only behind one Spanish station in New York City. So we were absolutely dominating. They got a new program director, and what do program directors do? When you get a new PD, they have to justify their job, right? So they have to make moves. So even though Opie and Anthony was getting great ratings and Ron Fez was getting great ratings, she just decided, well, we're going to revamp the station for no reason. And they did, and they took us off the air. And then the station failed. And like literally 2 months later after she did it, the station was dead, and then they had to reformat again rather than just keeping with the ratings. It made no sense. But anyway, that's going to be the second bit of audio, and it's a lot of fun about Christmas TV specials. A lot of great Fez Whatley stuff, too, in addition to Ronnie B, who's always brilliant.
Absolutely, and some of the tangential players as well step up and do a lot of fun. But the first episode is more about the idea of Christmas in general. It is Ron takes a hard stance that he's not down with Christmas. He doesn't like the commercialization. He's choosing not to participate. And Dave, you were a very fresh producer at this point, right?
Yes. Well, I think this is December of 2006. So I got hired in December of 2005. So I'm a year in. But the funny thing is, so on Sirius XM, it's like I'm a year in, so it's East Side Dave. All the audience knows what a fuck up I am. And on Sirius XM, you hear Ron keep saying, this is our producer, Dave. And, not saying he's a fuck up, just slowly but surely, gradually letting the audience say, this guy's a little bit of a fuck up, a wild card. So it is interesting to hear the two different sort of ways we're sort of doing our shows, because there's a noticeable difference. One's for a national audience in Sirius XM, and one legitimately was designed for the New York market. New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, so on and so forth.
One interesting...
How I became a fan, by the way, when Ron and Fez were on WNW.
One interesting contrast between the two, because they are from a time period that the listeners can listen to, is how the callers treat you. Because on the XM show, it's, I usually disagree with Dave, but... And then on the Free FM show, it's, I don't know who that new guy is, but I kind of agree with him. Yep. That's what it was, yeah. And it was funny because Rod kept saying, and here's our producer, Dave, Eastside Dave, he's going to be in here, and he would always say that, which, by the way, is just good radio. Those are like the little things that you do and that you should do. You should use people's names when you can. I did a show, in New Jersey for years with another person, and I actually would use his name, and weirdly enough, I mean, the guy was so antisocial that one time we're off the air, and he's like, "How come you say my name so much?" When I'm like, because we're on the radio, and so people need to know like who's saying what. He would never use my name, and so when someone would give like a funny joke, when I would give a funny joke, it'd be like, hey, that other guy had something funny. It was like, but that was me. That was me. So again, there are ways to do radio, and Ron and Fez know how to do that. Well, just to even divulge a little further, we were in the parking lot before the last show we were recording, and 3 times I used pronouns so confusingly that you had no idea what the final sentence result was supposed to be.
Yes, pronouns. Right, the old thing.
Names are important, right?
Yeah, names. Use names. Use names. Don't use pronouns. But
we're not here to talk about pronouns. There are plenty of podcasts doing that right now.
Okay.
What we're here to talk about is the Christmas episode. And so Ron takes a staunch anti-Christmas stance.
Correct.
You say embrace it. Become a part of the thing.
Yeah, I love Christmas. I'm a massive Christmas guy. I love holidays. I love all holidays. Halloween, July 4th, Thanksgiving, but I'm still of the mindset that certainly if you're Christian or Catholic, Christmas is the biggie. Always has been, always will be. That's the Super Bowl of holidays. I'm sorry, and I love them all, but this one it's very special.
Well, what's interesting,
I like the lights.
Is you kind of find yourself defending almost the commercialization of Christmas, because that's what Ron's using to denounce his participation through.
Right, the marketing and whatnot. The commercialism. very much. This is what Charlie Brown said, wasn't he? Yeah, Charlie Brown was anti-Christmas a little bit. Amazingly.
Commercialization, yeah, but I think what you are arguing for, and before we get too far into it, I know Christmas is a big deal for you, but we've talked about this before. At this time, you know what's not great radio?
What?
I also hate the commercialization of Christmas, Ron. I don't want to participate.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if I said that. That'd be funny. I'm with you, Mr. B. I'm with you. Christmas sucks. And then, then you have like 3 people on a show. Earl was on that side too, right? Yeah.
Of course.
So then, everyone's like, yeah. And Fez, by the way, is saying he didn't have the Christmas cheer. The Christmas spirit had not
hit him yet.
Found its way into Fez Whatley at this point. But I maintain, I believe I say it here, you have to get the Christmas spirit by setting up the lights and stuff. You got to do the lights and the garland and the little Santa Clauses. I've got a collection of at least 16, little Santas, and I put them up, and then boom, the Christmas spirit hits me big time.
I love that. Let's actually talk about that for a second. What is, other than just putting up the decorations, what is your, okay, now I'm in the full swing of
Christmas tree at Rockefeller Plaza on NBC. I watched the whole thing, even though it's always just Reba McEntire doing some fucking song, and I'm like, Jesus
how
Christ.
bad was this year?
I know, but it's always her.
It was Reba. I was so mad. Gwen Stefani's going to sing a Christmas song, and it's not Oi to the World. The song she and her band no doubt made famous. It's some bullshit sugar pop.
Yeah, she's losing it. And it's always the same people. The Blake Shelton, the Gwen Stefani, the Reba McEntire, sometimes the Michael Bublé.
I mean,
and it's like, can we, but
to be fair,
sometimes Brian Setzer.
Okay.
And trust me, actually compared to the other people, when Brian Setzer hits the stage, it's like fucking Metallica. I'm like, it's like GNR. I'm like, okay, finally, a little guitar, a little rock. Let's get going here.
And in Bublé's defense, he is kind of like the Punxsutawney Phil of Christmas. If he misses that season, he's missed his round that year. He doesn't have a lot outside that.
That's it.
But
he's got to hit that parade, and he's got the Thanksgiving parade, the Macy's, and he's got to hit the damn Rockefeller tree, and then maybe a New Year's Eve. Like the same people do the same little route beginning of Thanksgiving. They just play like, it's like comedians doing the same clubs. It's the same thing with
Mariah Carey does the same thing.
Yeah.
She follows, usually closes out, depending on how crazy she's been that year. I like that. Now, this was, what, if it was 2006, 19 years ago.
Wow.
Do you still...
Crazy to think about.
And I
just nuts.
I don't think I'm overstepping bounds when I say it. Feels like since those 19 years, number of times life may have kicked you in the nuts.
Life's been doing that, Robert, since I'm about 5 years. I mean, no, since I'm 1. Since I fell in a lake when I was 2 years old and almost drowned, and they had to pull me out, and I was all blue, and I was a blue baby. And then I'm 5 years old, and I drank poison like an idiot because the guy put pesticides. Our lawnmower guy put a cup of pesticides in a plastic cup on the kitchen counter, and being an idiot as a 5-year-old, I thought it was apple juice, drank it, almost died, had poisoning, had to get my stomach pumped in the hospital. Then there was the carbon dioxide thing where I parked my tent in the Bonnaroo Music Festival right next to an RV and nearly died because they put the RV on in the middle of the night and the carbon dioxide went into my tent.
Feels like that one might be a little more on you.
That wasn't my fault. They told me they weren't going to put on the RV. I go, I'm going to put the RV here, my tent here. You guys aren't putting on the AC on? No. And we're not going to turn on the RV. In the middle of the night, they got too hot, and because they were all fucked up with the booze and the THC, they forgot.
Who could have seen that coming?
So guess what? I go to the hospital. They test my blood. They go, this is amazing. You're like a miracle of science. I go, what? They go, you have 8.5% carbon dioxide in your blood. Or was it monoxide? I think it was carbon monoxide.
Monoxide. Dioxide's not as bad.
Right. And I go, okay, what does that mean? They go, 7.0 lethal. That's it. Human beings get 7.0% carbon monoxide in their blood. They're dead. You, sir, have 8.5. And I said, my years of alcohol and drug taking have paid off in some way, shape, or form. It's given me a tolerance.
My God, it's like you've been training for this moment your entire life. You didn't fall into a lake when you were 1 year old, did you? Or drink poison at 5?
And the guy in the hospital, my nurse, was a male nurse from the South with facial hair and little fake, it was like 2004, I'm at Bonnaroo, little fake blonde, he had the blonde tips.
Yeah,
and I have to say, a total Fez Whatley persona.
Oh
he was a
God.
gay nurse.
That's amazing.
And he's like, hey, y'all, it's time for me to change your ID. I mean, way more Southern and like way more gay, but he's like, hey, y'all, it's time for me to change your RV or your IV. Man, the doctors are talking about you. You're some kind of marvel of science or something. They say you should be dead. Anyway, do you want me to change your piss pan? I guess he was talking about, my bedpan. Yeah, he called it a piss pan.
But the point being that is a great illustration of what I was getting at. Life has kicked you time and time again. Some would say it's the Irish curse, part of being Irish, but...
Excuse me, you brought that up again. Stop saying that. The Irish curse is small dick. There's something that means Irish curse. Irish curse means small penis. That's slang for small dick. So I don't have the Irish curse. I'm not going in that direction. Thank you very much.
Well, I think we have 2 Irish people in the car who can disprove that.
Who? You're Italian.
I'm half Irish.
Oh,
But
please.
point being...
Tamburo?
Yeah.
If it was O Tamburo. If it was O Tambur, you'd see the O's in the wrong spot.
Yeah,
the O's at the end. If it was O Tambur, that would be fine, but it's Tamburo.
All right. Either way, getting back to my point, do you still carry that same zest and love for Christmas? Do you throw
Hell
yourself
yeah.
into it with the same resilience?
Watch the Rockefeller Plaza tree lighting this year. Absolutely. Watch the Thanksgiving Macy's Day Parade. I guess that sort of kicks off my Christmas spirit because Santa Claus does come at the end. So maybe I'd like to revamp my answer from before. But the Christmas tree solidifies it. It's like now none of you assholes can even say, because you always get the people who drag their feet. Oh, it's too early. It's like, dude, but it's Thanksgiving. What's the finale of the Thanksgiving parade? Anyone?
It would be Santa.
Boom. So Thanksgiving itself kicks off Christmas, folks.
Absolutely. And if you truly embrace Christmas and you decide to be a better person for that period of time, start in July for all I care. You know what I mean? Like, don't be a dick. I love that.
Right.
But I find as I get older and as we do what we do, it feels like a lot of days I'm living on the Christmas spirit or a Christmas miracle 24/7. I find it a little bit harder to get into that spirit. So,
really,
do you have any tips for me? Like, other than
Christmas music, put it on, make lots of playlists. That also is a wonderful, motivator. All of a sudden, you're hearing it, and he's hearing the sleigh bells, and you go, "Oh shit! All right, it's Christmas time, baby." I put the Johnny Cash. I love all of the Phil Spector.
Okay.
I do John Denver. I do Johnny Mathis, Nat King Cole, the Bob Dylan Christmas album, especially Must Be Santa, Beach Boys, Elvis. Stop me when you've heard enough.
I mean,
Chipmunks.
These are all incredible. I just was making a mental note for after I dropped
I would have just kept listing things.
I'm hoping YouTube.
Oh, Jimmy Buffett Christmas.
Jimmy Buffett Christmas.
He's got 2.
Does he really?
Oh, and Jimmy Sturr's Polka Christmas. Awesome. Just for some upbeat, fast-paced shit.
I'm on board with all that. I found...
I know what you're about. Don't lie to me. Robert put on a Christmas playlist last week, folks, on a car ride home from Modern Day Man. A lot of punk rock. And don't get me wrong, some of it's quite good, and I like it. But he had no old school Christmas. You got to have a mix.
And to be in my defense, that's what all my parents listen to is the old school stuff. So I do that, get a good blend.
Well, I prefer the O Tambers over their son.
Well, so does the rest of society. Trust me on that one. Now, the other thing that kind of starts off the whole discussion on the show is the Black Friday. We hear Fez goes home every year, and Ron points out with just the women in his family. and they wear, what is it, Watley spending spree shirts?
Yes.
And
Yeah,
go
they
Black
they
Friday
go
shopping.
they go out shopping and they have little T-shirts, which, by the way, I can sort of identify with. Our family does a lot of that type of T-shirt stuff, but we do it for like football games. Like we have family humongous football games, and we'll make shirts and shit. So that's funny. But I never heard of someone making shirts for shopping.
No, and that's very interesting. Now, my dad and I kind of do the opposite, where we will be out last minute Christmas Eve buying the final present for somebody. But never as a family did we really like plan a Black Friday event. Did you ever
No.
do Black Friday?
Nope. We were not, my parents are not, my mom's not a Black Friday person. No, sir. No, we're not big shoppers like that.
No, and neither.
That's not fun. We were more of the next day after Thanksgiving, if everyone was still there, it would be more of, let's play another football game and then maybe go to a movie. We'll do a family thing and we'll do a little movie experience. And usually at that time you have some good movies because, you know, it's Oscar season. So I can recall Field of Dreams, seeing that in the theater, you know, as a fun little, Thanksgiving activity or Christmas activity. I can recall that very, very well.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, watch it.
Oh,
Okay.
that's not an exit.
Yeah, that's not an exit.
Jesus. It's a Christmas miracle. They didn't die.
I think the Christmas miracle was that we arrived to our venue on time this morning. Holy cow, folks.
We did.
Robert was all over the place.
Whoa, I thought literally I asked you halfway.
And what was my answer?
You're doing great.
No, you asked me halfway what? Tell the audience your question.
I'm killing it, right? And you were like, you sure are, buddy.
No. I said, you're doing okay.
No, I think your exact words were, you would make Max Verstappen blush.
That didn't happen at all.
Okay.
You're lying to them.
Well,
But you did do okay.
we did okay.
Not
We're
as
doing okay
horrifying as an experience as it usually is with you. It's with you, I usually feel like Pee Wee Herman and your Large Marge, you know, in the fucking truck scene in Big Adventure. And yeah, there's an element of horror when we do these car episodes, though I do also enjoy them. So what does that say about me? Maybe I'm the psycho.
Very true.
Very true, he says.
I mean, you chose to be Pee Wee Herman. That's who you made yourself in your own metaphor.
Fucking love Paul Rubens.
Me
What are you talking
too.
about?
But like,
Pee Wee Herman?
he made some mistakes, Dave.
Jerking off in the theater?
Yeah. That's not what we should talk about on Christmas. Yeah. What we should be talking about is, actually, I'll bring it back. We are commuting, and that's something I would do and really associate with the holidays. Growing up, we would travel 12 hours to Ohio, and part of what gets you through that would be content.
Wow, wait a second. Where are you traveling from?
Memphis, Tennessee.
This is always why I'm so confused about you, because I look at you as a Pennsylvania guy because you live in Pennsylvania, and then I travel to Ohio, and from where? Memphis, he says.
Yeah.
Folks, what is it? Is this guy in the CIA? Is he some kind of super spy?
No, he's...
So, well, then where did you grow up as a child? The Tales from the Satellite audience wants to know this right now because we want to dox you.
I mean, I'm not going to give you the street address, but it was the 901 area code, Memphis, Tennessee, Shelby Drive.
That's where you grew up?
Yeah.
What's the tie to Ohio?
That's where my parents are from. So both their families are from Youngstown area.
But
So
as an 8-year-old, Robert's in Memphis?
As an 8-year-old, up till 13. 13, we moved to Pennsylvania.
No accent. How
No.
do you explain this?
My parents are from Northeast Ohio, so they didn't have an accent in Memphis. I could throw it on if I get into trouble in the South.
But in Memphis, the other people don't have accents?
Some people do. Memphis is a very transient town, so you get a lot of transplants. Some people do.
Men trying to become women in Memphis?
Transient.
Oh. Okay.
Thankfully. In fact,
All right, I didn't know.
I think, in fact, they really don't like what you thought in Memphis. They're like, not my town.
Okay. I was confused.
No, but
pronouns.
But yeah, so
All right.
we would drive to Memphis as a family, and radio would get you through a lot of it. And part of it was the excitement. Part
Run
of
a
it,
show?
at that point, I hadn't discovered it yet, and I was
Fucking
a child.
Piece of
So,
shit, traitor.
I mean, can't really argue with you on that one. It would have been a lot more fun. if
How
we did.
old were you in 2006?
2000.
Yeah, when this episode is, because both, by the way, it should be noted, both audios are from 2006. December. Well, I guess Robert said 1 July, but then yes, another Sirius XM December, and then the Free
14.
FM is 14. Okay.
I would have been 2004, or no, I would have been 14 in 2006.
Right.
So we would have just moved to Pennsylvania. But going back to that, one of the things you would do is listen to the radio. We didn't have the beautiful things like Ron and Fez. We got a lot of Delilah.
Delilah?
Yeah, he would call in and she would be like, she would read these letters she would get and be like, "Hi, Delilah. I'm just missing my husband who's fighting overseas in Afghanistan right now. Could you pick a song?" And then Delilah would give some half-assed answer. It'd be like, "Oh my gosh, when you're missing a loved one, it's the worst thing in the world. Here's Bang Bang You Shot Me Down by Sonny and Cher. If you think of your love," like it was just the worst. But we never did Black Friday shopping because we would do Thursday with my mom's family, Friday with my dad's. You'd still be with the family.
Yeah, I get it.
And part of it is you don't want to be a jerk. Like if you realize in order for you to shop on Black Friday, somebody has to leave their family and go work at those stores.
It's a hassle. It's totally overrated. All these deals you can get online anyway. So stop.
But what I will say is then when I worked in retail, I loved working Black Friday.
Really?
Because it really helped you get in the Christmas spirit. You weren't wasting your money.
Probably exciting.
Yeah, exactly. You're working the entire time. They usually give you food. They're not really
You were an employee at Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah.
So did you ever witness some sort of Black Friday, two dads fighting over like some sort of Giants jersey? Well, if you're in Memphis, I don't know, some Titans jersey.
This would have been in Pennsylvania. And thankfully,
Pennsylvania Eagles or Steelers jersey that he's going to buy. The dads want to buy for their little brat kids.
No.
And they're like, "Fuck you, dude. My son gets the Roethlisberger jersey. No, man. I'm gonna fuck you up if you fucking take this Big Ben jersey out of my..." And then they fucking start kicking each other in the balls. And you're like, "Gentlemen, we got plenty of Roethlisberger jerseys in the back." Do you ever do that?
Thankfully, no. Because, and here's...
It was more Michael Vick, since he was on the Eagles at that time.
It would have been. But thankfully, nobody thinks, you know what I want to do for my Black Friday shopping? Go to Dick's Sporting Goods. That's not the top of anybody's list. We would get people at like 10 a.m. the next day when they were already tired.
I totally disagree. I love going to like sporting goods places and shit.
Absolutely.
Sporting goods places and Toys R Us. Like if I have to go shopping, well, video game stores and movie stores. Those are probably my Mount Rushmore of like, all right, if I have to go shopping, I need to at least check into one of these places, because I gotta tell you, like the smell of the mall with the perfume, that would almost make me nauseous as a kid. My mom would bring us to Macy's or J.C. Penney. Oh, you just get fucking the overwhelming aroma of colognes and perfumes. It would knock me on my ass as a kid. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck is this?
And as an adult, if you're Fez Whatley doing the homeless shopping spree where they infamously sprayed the perfume in his eyes, which we actually hear a reference to in one of the audios.
That's one of the classic
if you're paying
moments
attention.
of all time, where he was suspected of also being homeless. He was not looked at as one of the reporters, the on-scene correspondents, but was confused for a homeless man, if you recall. Do you remember?
I do.
It was on the news. It was a news segment because the ONA took a bunch of homeless people shopping in the North Jersey, what was it, Palisades Mall?
It was.
And Fez, they had multiple correspondents who chaperoned a group of 3 or 4 homeless people, and Fez was one of those guys. Then the story was covered on the local news, and the news anchor goes, "Look at these homeless people," and Fez was one of the guys, and the news anchor inferred that Fez was with them, not chaperoning them.
That's so funny. I didn't realize that was the whole story there. That's amazing.
Maybe last.
Speaking of shopping,
That's so funny.
one of the things you hear in the audio is that you're going to... Actually, that's for the later, so I won't go into that right now.
Yeah.
This
Talk
is
to me.
mainly about Christmas traditions.
Christmas time is here, lots of joy and cheer.
And the guilt versus being forced to do Christmas, how do you balance the two now? And what did you find from Ron and Fez at that point as well?
I don't feel guilty of doing Christmas ever. I love Christmas. I just said that. So,
But let's be honest, it can get quite expensive, especially that's kind of what they're talking about. And one point Ron really gets into
That's true.
is it's extended from this idea of just the kids to now it's the kids, your brother, your mom. You know what I mean? Like now
That's
you're
true.
talking about debt.
We have, as children have entered the picture with lots of, with me and my siblings and stuff, we just do the Secret Santa thing. This way, get a nice gift and really get a good gift. Whoa, holy okay. All right there. We're okay. Okay.
You know what? We're going to let the audience listen to a little bit of audio.
I say no. I say we just keep on rolling. I see both of our things are up. There nothing gets the juice pumping, Robert, like a near car accident.
That was, and can you please explain to the audience, that was not on me.
It sort of was, but I agree it wasn't 100% on you. Everyone hit their brakes at the same time. My issue with Robert is he doesn't abide by for every 10 miles an hour you go, you should follow the car by 1 car length. So, in other words, if we're going 60 miles an hour, you should allow 6 car lengths. I got an A+ in driver's ed in high school, Christian Brothers Academy. My teacher was very impressed. He even had us make a short film project at the end. And I made a very creative movie that I wish I still had to this day because I cut in scenes from Raiders of the Lost Ark. And it also got me an A+. So I know the driving techniques, Robert. Per 10 miles, 1 car length. So while that wasn't 100% on you that everyone hit their brakes, you were tailgating the man.
Oh, how am I supposed to let him know I'm not happy with his pace?
Folks, am I right or am I wrong, folks? 1 car length per 10 mph. You know it to be true, folks.
Anyway, you were saying you guys do the Secret Santa, just like one person.
It's fun.
Draw names. When do you do it? Thanksgiving?
Yeah, no, my brothers were just over and with the kids and everything, so we actually just did on Saturday because Christmas Day itself, everyone's doing their own thing.
That's nice.
Yeah, I mean, once you have the kids, you can't be like,
Yeah.
My mom would, of course, love us all at her house for Christmas, but people got kids, so it's like, now we gotta, we gotta do other stuff, other homes to visit.
That makes sense. That's kind of what we did growing up as well. I don't have kids, thankfully, but
You ever gonna have some children at some point?
who the fuck knows? What are we, fucking?
Oh my God!
Is this our 3rd date? You're like, so
gee.
where do you see yourself?
I'm just wondering.
I don't know.
I'm wondering. Yeah, I would lean towards no. Based on the driving ability.
Well,
I don't want to see the fucking Sean Penn Benicio del Toro movie 21 Grams. You ever see that?
I
Who
have
fucking
seen that.
some guy plows a whole goddamn family. That's the way I feel you're gonna be.
Well, you've seen my lifestyle. Do you really think I should be in charge of the next generation?
No, I agree.
So
You're right. I mean, let's what's that surgery that they do on men
No.
to prevent them from having
I
kids?
mean, let's not go that
Well,
way.
what's it called?
I don't want to bring this up because
What's it
somebody
called?
said this to you, and then you had Irish twins. I don't want to do that, so we're gonna just move
But
on.
what is it?
It's a vasectomy. Thanks.
Vasectomy.
Now I'm fucking cursed. On that note, we're gonna let the Ron and Fez audience listen to some audio, and I'm gonna say some prayers.
You're not saying you're gonna get one. Well, how about this? Forget about that. You're right. Let's not curse you. Let's just castrate you instead. Turn you into a eunuch, like
Oh,
Game of
God.
Thrones. Because you got the shaved head from the guy. I'm thinking of the high court.
Yeah, that guy
with
looked
the
like
ball.
a giant lesbian. I don't look like that.
Yeah, well, listen, dude. If we shave that beard, we can get you to look like that. Dude.
Why would I? Whose goal is that?
We want to make you a eunuch and walk around in a robe.
No.
You'll be the biggest radio star on the planet. I had to fucking wear. I mean, someone I know got over with the luchador mask. Is all I'm
Okay,
saying.
I'll do that. That seems
You
way
fucking
better
would-
than dressing like the eunuch.
The radio eunuch that kills a goddamn radio luchador. In my opinion, you're chopping your dick off for the love of the game. I love
it. Feels unrelated.
Man, I love it
But
so much.
It feels like that you don't need to chop your dick off to be good at radio.
Satellite of Thrones, we can call this. And let's pitch this fucking spinoff to HBO immediately. They're making Game of Thrones shows one after another. We can fit right into the universe.
On that note, Christmas time is a hard time for a lot of people.
Yeah, I know.
If you feel alone or like things won't get better, please reach out and call the national hotline.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, why are we being so? We're not getting paid by them, are we?
No. I just what you were describing was making me feel like I wanted to kill myself. So just in case the audience was feeling that way.
Well, no, they're having a grand old time. They love when you get abused.
Who doesn't? Honestly, them, my parents.
Kidding.
No, my loved ones. But I think this is a good point, in all reality, to let the audience listen to a little bit of audio, and we will be right back after this from the Ron and Fez Show.
Great.
I got the shits, can't hold it in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. My ass explodes without warning on Christmas Day in the morning. Diarrhea under the Christmas tree on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I think I shit on a gift for me on Christmas Day in the morning.
I do have a problem with this one. Not enough sound effects.
No, but there's traditions. And just the fact that that Christmas lights and tinsel on a tree isn't about Jesus doesn't mean it can't be put into the whole Christmas experience.
Why is it a tradition, though? Because these stores told you it was a tradition.
It came from the pagans about putting stuff on a pole and this and that.
But they never told you to go shopping. They never told you to spend, fucking 30% of what you make over the course of a year trying to please people.
Yeah, what does eggnog have to do with the true holiday spirit? Somebody explain it.
Delicious. After I saw the Pat thing, I don't know if I could ever drink it again.
Well, then what does anything have to do with anything? Then don't eat turkey on Thanksgiving. If you guys are so, if you know.
Well, here's the difference. Turkey, people sit down and eat and share the experience of the day. But with Christmas, how much money, let's say, does your family spend that fucking day on, let's face it, shit?
Yeah, I know my parents spend quite a lot of money. Maybe upwards of $1,000, $2,000.
Oh, for what? For what fucking reason? Has anyone ever bought you a Christmas present you ever cared about? You know, when people go like, oh, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, if I want something, I'll fucking go get it myself. I'm going to get it in July. I'm not going to roll the dice on maybe I'll have an aunt pick it up for me. It's crazy talk.
The shopping has always helped me get in the Christmas spirit because I always go with my family that day after Thanksgiving. So that makes it more of a family tradition and a family affair, something we share together. And then I'm always shopping for other people, so that makes me feel better.
Fez, you say you go with your family, you don't. You go with the women. I've seen the pictures. It's a fucking embarrassment. It's you and a bunch of old ladies wearing matching T-shirts, going out and shopping. And one time he got on the news down in Florida.
Watley family shopping spree, annual shopping spree, is what our shirts say.
But he has a point, though. At least he's being around people who are also, out there celebrating Christmas. So that becomes contagious.
Tony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Fezzy. Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, let's just say for argument's sake, Jesus was alive today. How do you think he'd buy into this whole fabrication of the holiday shopping thing incorporated by these stores to make money?
If Jesus was alive today, he'd throw up in his own mouth.
I agree.
That's the first thing that he would do.
I mean, and the meek shall inherit the earth, but I don't see a lot of meek, spending a lot. And it's just a joke, really.
The point is this. If you feel okay with letting these fucking credit card companies and letting these fucking stores get into your gimmick and make you do something that you wouldn't normally do. If that's okay with you guys, if that's being part of the Christmas spirit, then do it. But don't expect that other people feel that way.
I don't care if other people don't go out and buy gifts, but I like to go out.
You're sitting here saying I don't have some kind of Christmas spirit.
Well, yeah, because part of it is about gifts. And if
it is not. Not
Jesus
at all.
got gifts in the Bible.
I mean, with our family now, we've reached this point, we're just glad to be around each other now.
You're glad to be out of jail with the fucking amount of crack being smoked at the holidays.
I mean, just being together now is better than any present we can get.
You're like the Who's, where even if the Grinch takes stuff, you'll go out and sing Ahum Doris.
I mean, I've just stopped buying into the whole gimmick of going to the store on Christmas Eve or shopping. I mean, I've just totally tapped out on that.
Todd, you're on Run Fez.
Oh, hey guys. I study consumer culture at University of South Florida, go Bulls, and I was discussing this with a professor of mine, and we talked about how society kind of pushes it on you, though. You can't really escape it, and even if you try to get outside, you're suddenly an outsider in the whole community. We live on shopping. We love shopping. Our Bible has become Sunday's Best Buy ad or Target ad. That's what it's become. It's not anything about religion anymore.
No, absolutely true. But that's why I want to let anybody act like, you don't have the spirit. What fucking spirit? The spirit of fucking mass consumerism? That's not fucking spirit. That's being a fucking zombie.
Yeah, but you have to buy gifts in order to give them to people. So you have to purchase.
How about this? I'm going to give you the gift of fucking knowledge. Okay. And tell you don't have to do what your fucking TV set tells you. Even though every cell in your body is pushing you that direction, you can have, here's my gift to you, free will. Free will.
Okay, but I'm going to feel bad, Mr. B, when my brothers give me gifts, and I'm going to say, I'm exercising my free will. No gifts for you.
How old are you guys?
I'm 29. The rest of them are in their upper 30s.
Why don't you say this to them this year? We're all adults. You people have children that you shop for.
Yeah.
Why don't you take care of them, and I'll just see you, and we'll give each other a big hug at Christmas this year.
I normally don't take Eastside Dave's side on this, but I have to because if he doesn't do that, he becomes like the outsider, and then I'll.
What is fucking wrong with being an outsider? I mean, let's suppose we're all lemmings, right? What's wrong with being the lemming who goes, "Fuck this! I'm not running over the fucking cliff with you idiots." What is it about belonging to something stupid that makes you feel so fucking good? Makes you feel so comfortable. If you were in Nazi Germany, Todd, wouldn't you want to be an outsider?
Oh, yes, definitely. But even in that society and this society, it is terribly frowned upon. And then suddenly we have this idea that we have to have a self-reflection and we have to look and see what's wrong with us. And basically we are programmed to go with what society wants us to do.
So what?
I know. And
what? So what? If that's the rule, if you live in a society that's fucking crazy, what is wrong with saying, this shit's fucking crazy? Do you feel that you're wrong if everyone that you know tells you you're wrong? You feel like, okay, I better learn to adapt?
No, but sometimes a lot of people don't have that kind of insight that you do, obviously. And it's hard for people to have that kind of, okay, I can self-reflect, but it doesn't mean I have to go with what they're telling me. Unfortunately, though, the nurturing that we have, this kind of giving gifts, this kind of going out and shopping constantly is what people are raised on, and then they feel weird when they're not doing it. And
good, feel weird a little bit in your life. I don't think it's a fucking problem to occasionally go, why do I do the things that I'm doing?
It's not hard sometimes to be different in society, but to be different from your family can be very difficult. So I can't be an outsider.
For a child, yes. For an adult, it should not be. There becomes a time when you're supposed to stand on your own, right?
Yes.
I think if you're 28, your time is anywhere from 10 to, I'll even give you fucking 7 years late. At this point in your life, you're allowed to say, I am the man, here's the way I want to do things. And if you say to yourself, I want to jump in and buy things for people and hand them out, but don't fucking think for a second that somehow makes you better than people who think that the whole thing is just bupkis and is far away from the intentions that got started. It's far away from the religious intentions that it came from.
My brother and I, we're probably the most respected in our family because we don't think in the box. We think out of the box. We don't follow.
Your brother and you are respected because you've never been to rehab and you've never been in prison. And that puts you way above everybody. And he didn't go along with the family thing. Earl could be hitting on a fucking crack pipe right now, looking in cars, looking for radios to steal. He's not doing it.
So I'm a little bit of an individualist in that respect.
Jerry, you're on Ron Fez.
Oh, you're killing me, man. You're so funny. But you're right on the money. You're absolutely 100% right about the spending. Stop spending so much. But you're also missing the point about most of the Christmas stuff is all about kids. It's all about getting things for your kids. And that's the part I like about Christmas.
Well, you know what? I would have no problem if it went back to the way it was a fucking kids' holiday. And that we're not talking all that long ago, but that it was a fucking child's holiday. You know, that your dad didn't expect all kinds of shit. You know, and him and his brother were fighting back and forth. Now, I don't know what it's like we're a nation of children. We're a nation of people who feel like, oh, I've got to get some electronic good to fucking feel good about myself. I don't even get it.
Well, that's like the new Lexus commercial. There's a Lexus with a huge bow on it outside in the guy's driveway, and he's, surprising his wife. So she's like a grown child. But still, I mean, what if you like to get gifts? Then if you like to get gifts, you have to buy other people gifts.
Then do it. That's not the fucking point. But don't act like, oh, that's the normal good thing to do. My point is this. Why do that at Christmas? Why can't you do that on fucking March 31st? Where there's probably a better chance it was Jesus' birthday anyway.
But I would argue that one of the themes of Christmas is giving and taking care of your neighbors and your family. So that's hence...
If you really wanted to fucking give, you would be doing stuff for poor people, right? If you really wanted to do it in the Christian fashion, you would be doing something for the fucking extreme poor, right?
Yes.
All right, so if that, you can do whatever you want to do. But all I'm saying is don't act like it's about Christmas. It's about what the fucking stores have taught you to do. That's what it's about. You've been fucking, and not just you, all of us have been fucking brainwashed that somehow these things are going to make you feel better. And if you ever look back in your life and thought, what did I into a month after Christmas, the answer would be nothing. You don't fucking stay happy and excited about these things. These are things you don't want, need. They're not fucking needs at all.
No, but there is something nice about receiving presents.
I understand. I was a fucking kid myself. Go get whatever you want. That's not what I'm talking about. You want to fucking go home and suck your mom's tit? That's okay with me. I'm not telling you to grow up. I'm just telling you, you live your life like a child.
All right.
You still play fucking wiffle ball?
Yes.
Fucking drive me crazy. Steve, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yes, I love the subject, by the way. Okay, here's the deal. My family, we do a Pollyanna. We agree $25 is the budget. So essentially all we're doing is, I'm going to give you $25 in a gift. You're going to give me $25 in a gift. Really, we're just giving $25. You're giving me the $25 right back. So why shouldn't we just make each other's gifts? And that Lexus commercial, that guy's like, hey, Merry Christmas, we got another payment. That's not a Christmas gift.
Absolutely. And you know what? First of all, you want a Lexus, go fucking get one. Stop acting like a fucking idiot that you can get one on December 25th.
I never knew how they found a bow that big to put on a car. Like, who makes those kind of bows? I've never
Elves.
seen them.
Elves make them. You know where? North Pole. Isn't it great?
Yeah.
It's a magical time of year, isn't it? Magical time of year. Walter, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Yeah.
It's really hard to be in the goddamn Christmas holiday when your birthday's on Christmas, man. It's bad enough you got to share your birthday with God and all the Christian believers, and then you got to deal with all a bunch of these happy ho-ho motherfuckers running around. You got to run from one place to another because if you go to this family, they're not happy. If you go to that family, they're not happy. It's just bullshit, man. I mean, the whole thing gets freaking swallowed up, and from my point of view, it's like, who gives a fuck if it's Christmas? It's my birthday. Goddamn,
Walter, it's another thing. Birthdays after the age of 5 are really embarrassing.
He's not in the Christmas spirit or the birthday spirit.
I'll give you up to I'll say 21, if you want to go that high. After 21, you got nothing else to celebrate. You've already been given every right you can possibly get.
With me in the shopping, I like being able to find something special for somebody. That's where I get a joy, and I think that's part of the Christmas spirit.
You've never given me anything but fucking hassle. You and I have discussed this time and time again. So I'm not going to go back into that gimmick all over again. Here's Peter. You're running Fez.
Hey, I just wanted to chime in and say that, even as an individual, if you don't participate in the religious aspects, there's still social paradigms in place where you're somewhat forced to participate in the rituals. Like, for example, if you work for a company and there's a Christmas party, you're going to be looked at as the outsider if you say, hey, I'm not going to participate because, I don't believe in this and I don't feel the need to have to spend money, because I don't think it's right.
So what is your point? Your point is you can't be that guy? It's impossible for you to be that guy?
Well, if you want to maintain in our society, if you have a perception, there's an aspect of having to go along with the herd in order to keep up social relationships.
Then do that, man. Then be that guy. Be very fucking happy along with the herd. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to tell you to fucking stand up. I mean, how many people went along with the fucking herd with the Iraq war? And now how many people are going along with the herd where they're going, wait a minute, the Iraq war wasn't right. You know what I mean? They just fucking sweep back and forth and try to follow most of the time what the television tells them to do. Most of the time, that's how they make their decisions. They make their decisions on what everyone else does. That's what's fucking cool to them. But what gets to me is, somehow, you got fucking 10 pairs of Nikes, but if you don't have this fucking brand new pair, you're not hip, you're not fucking cool. I'm fucking telling you right now, you're not fucking cool. If you need a fucking pair of sneakers to make you feel that way, you're a fucking imbecile. You're a fucking mark, you're a rube walking down the goddamn midway. That's what I'm saying.
I just think that you need, if you're going to join in with the Christmas tradition, you're going to be spending money somewhere. You might not be influenced by commercials, but somewhere down the line, you're going to have to buy stuff, Ron.
You've turned me around. Thank you, Dave. Seriously. No, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you're able to do it.
Well, I detect some sarcasm there, but
from where? What part?
From just...
What part, Hot Stuff?
The whole sentence is what...
I never said that I can fucking dodge the holiday. I'm saying we're all living a fucking ruse. That's all I'm fucking saying. You're acting like it's tradition where I guarantee you, I fucking will sit here and guarantee you, people weren't going in debt pre the 1950s on Christmas. And what percentage of Americans do you think do not pay cash for their fucking Christmas presents? I bet we're up to like 90% at least.
It's gotta be. Nobody has cash on them. Everybody charges everything.
But I'm saying you don't have the money that day that you're still paying off fucking Christmas presents 6 months later.
Look at, was it Black Friday? Look at the stampedes that go on for what? For bullshit. For nothing. People haven't gotten hurt. People have gotten arrested.
And here's your fucking, here's your goddamn Christmas spirit. They're stampeding on sales made by fucking Chinese children. These fucking electronics are made by Chinese children working in almost fucking slave labor camps for 50 cents, $2 a day. There's your Christmas. There's your Christian. I'm sure Jesus would be so fucking proud of you right now. Because where do you think this fucking shit's coming from when you're at Walmart? Where do you think it comes from?
Yeah, it's coming from Asia.
Yeah, it's coming from Asia. And what are the working conditions in Asia?
Not very good.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. Jesus loves you. Come here. Give me a big fucking Christmas. Seriously. Give me a big... Why are you crying right now? Thinking about the little kids?
You're upset about the Asians?
You're ruining Christmas. Just let me have Christmas.
Good. Go have it.
I really do love this time of year. It's the one thing in time of year that I like.
You got the blue pill or the red pill? Either one you want. I don't give a shit.
I'll go red. Red and green, Christmas colors.
I'll give you something else. Rutgers. I want you to remember that. They let you down, like Jersey always has. All right, here's the rapper. What do you say, Rap?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
I just wanted to say I couldn't agree with you more, Ronnie. If you describe Christmas to somebody, you said to them, not describing it, not saying it's Christmas, you're going to run around like a nut, spend all this money, wrestle people for gifts, wake up 4 o'clock in the morning and stand in line. People would say, I'm not getting involved in that. But just because it's Christmas and everybody feels like they're obligated to do it, they do. They jump in and they act like idiots.
And it gets worse every goddamn year. You know it's worse now than it was 10 years ago.
Exactly. I went through this with my sister-in-law. You know, I said, we're all fucking adults. We don't have to buy gifts for everybody. She says to me, don't you enjoy shopping? I said, I'd rather have my nuts put in the fucking bud.
You said that to your sister?
My sister-in-law.
Oh. Sister-in-law. He's not going to talk that way to his own sister.
Thank God.
Sister-in-law.
That and weddings. I mean, everybody now with the weddings, everything has to get so big.
Fuck
so
these weddings, too. I'm so against them.
For 4 lousy fucking hours, if that?
And how many of those people stay together?
Exactly. You shell out all this money for a wedding, the next thing you know, you're divorced. But it's pressure from society. Everybody feels like, oh, if I don't do it, people are going to talk about me.
Rapper, here's what you need to do. Christmas morning, there's no presents, but you read your children that story about the kid who kicked his football into the Gooch's fucking place and got stabbed with a knife. It'll be in the Delaware County Daily Times.
I don't want my kids to think I'm a prick. I mean,
I know. You can't get out of it with your kids.
Everybody else.
Yeah, that's true. It should be for kids. If the kids if you want to have a fake magical time before they all find out that we've lied to them, and we tell them so many lies when they're little, then let's just do it for the kids. Why are we doing it for each other? And why are people going in debt?
I agree. I mean, everybody probably spends January looking at their friggin' credit card thing, thinking that they didn't spend that much money.
Yeah.
And most of it's spent because they feel pressure. Oh, I don't want people to think I'm cheap. And then they're in debt.
Exactly.
I don't get it.
Rap, are you at least going to paint Christmas trees into the tenements that you run? With the painted-in carpets?
I am going to paint everybody in a nice green Christmas tree.
Nice.
That's their bone.
All right, Rapper. Talk to you later.
I'm going to bring you up a box. So I'm going to paint that for Christmas when I see you next week.
Oh, because he's homeless. He's fucking busting your balls for being homeless.
Rap, I'm not homeless.
Well, you act like it. That's the rumor.
Don't act like it. I don't dress like it.
I got a new refrigerator. I'll paint it red and green. That can be your house for a while.
All right, Rapper. Talk to you later, buddy.
See you, pal.
All right, peace. All right, now I sound like the fucking Grinch. All I try to do is pull a goddamn hood back over your eyes.
Oh, it just seems like you don't like the Christmas time right now. I mean, and that's fine. That's your prerogative.
You have no idea what my fucking Christmas is about. You have no idea.
I guess not. I mean, I don't have access to your home life, your private life. I know that. But I'm just saying, part of being about Christmas is to go out there and get into the mix. Go to the mall.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
It's not the only. I'm not saying it's the only thing. I'm saying you still go to church and everything like that. But the whole experience, you need to get the tree and get everything. Get the ornaments. Buy people presents.
You've turned me around. Seriously. You're something else, you silver-tongued devil. You got me. You have me now, you fucking bullet head. I am with you. Perfect. Serious. No, I'm serious.
No, if you're going to condescend, that's a...
No, I'm not condescending.
That doesn't feel...
No, Merry Christmas.
That doesn't feel real
Go
good.
take some of that hot eggnog that's been sitting on the floor for a week.
That's so gross. Those curtains are ready to explode.
There's no one that can throw that shit out?
Yeah, we could throw it out, definitely.
Why don't they start giving out free at the Taco Bells in Long Island in New Jersey? There's your Merry Christmas, Dave. Some poisoning. Shit poisoning.
The colaito.
Jason. Jason, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you?
Hey, I guarantee you in 50 years we're going to have the same fucking discussion about Easter. It's already going from the Easter egg hunts, and now kids are getting fucking checks in the mail from aunts and uncles, and I just think it's a matter of time before the companies take that over, too.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know what's happened to the world where suddenly now we act like a kindergarten fucking graduation means you got to write somebody a check. I don't fucking get it. But no, I'm not showing up for any cap and gown bullshit.
It's probably started when you had to tip your post officer, or your mailman, and then you had to tip your garbage man on Christmas, and you just keep tipping.
Oh, I thought you loved giving. I thought that was the thing. Give.
I like to do it. I like to do it. I'm saying that's probably where the tradition started.
That to me is more like year-end bonuses for those people. They took care of you all year. You give them a little something for them. It probably would work out better if it didn't happen at the same time. You got to take care of anyone who's got the slightest blood fucking relation to you.
I wish they did it on the fiscal year. Like maybe in July or something, you gave out those bonuses.
Larry. Larry, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Ronnie.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, for the last 3 years, me and my family, we don't trade gifts. We all take a trip together. We pay our own way. You know, if a certain part of my family don't want to go, well, they can sit their ass at home. But we pay our way and we go take a trip and we give to ourselves.
Where are you going, Larry, this year?
Well, this year we're going to go up to North Carolina to go skiing.
Nice. That's nice. I like that attitude. You make it into a family vacation.
Yeah, if they don't like it, like I said, they can sit at home.
Good. All right, there you go. Christmas spirit.
But they're still buying something, Mr. B.
No, they're doing something for themselves and for each other. They're making family time.
Right, but it's still with the dollar.
You expect to? Are you going to get me something this year?
Yes, I am.
Better be fucking great. You better impress me this year. All right?
What, you mean my Sopranos cookbook that I gave you?
No, that's bullshit. I was fucking, that went right in the trash. I want this to be the year you turn fucking Ronnie B's head around.
Okay, does there have to be, is there a limit?
No, unlimited. Unlimited amount you can spend on me. Seriously, I don't expect something good.
And I think, Dave, you somehow equate money value with a gift. You can just be there in the presence of the other person. That could be the gift all by itself.
No way! You know, here's the gifts Earl gives me. He steals from Rhino for me all year long. That's fucking Christmas to me. I get Christmas in July.
No, I mean, come on. A gift is a gift. I mean, it has to be made of a certain material, and it can be handed over. You can't just go into someone's house, have a smile, and say, this is my gift to you, my nice smile. That's retarded.
Why not? What if the person, let's say, what if the person was sick all year and finally
You honestly
to show
think
up?
Sopranos cookbook is better than something that you could have, like a funny joke you could have told me?
I guess the joke might be a little bit better. I don't know. I mean, there were some great recipes in that cookbook.
I wouldn't know. I don't root through the trash to read shit.
Well, I wish you had. You know, you had some great grilling techniques that you would have been into.
Yeah. I need a TV show to teach me how to fucking grill.
Yeah.
This year, make us a fucking great gift.
Okay.
The Soprano spaghetti sauce?
I mean, seriously, blow my shit away. Go out and borrow money. Get me something fantastic.
Okay.
Fez has never pulled it off to this day.
I've given you some really nice, thoughtful gifts, I thought.
I'm not going to do the same gimmick that we do every year. But you know I hate the stuff that you give me. You ask too much. I actually have to leave my house. And he gave me... I had to fucking sit through like an opera one time from a gift from him with my wife, and I was just fucking cursing him the entire time.
Those were nice tickets.
It's not a show I would have went to on my own, right?
No, that's why I thought it was thoughtful.
How is that thoughtful?
Because it's something you wouldn't do for yourself.
All right, let me give you a gift, then. You're going to wing walk this year. How's that sound to you?
No, thank you.
Well, you wouldn't do it for yourself.
No.
That's what I feel like being stuck in an opera. Like I'm fucking wing walking. I'd have rather been out on a fucking wing. At least then I'd have some excitement. As a matter of fact, at one point during that opera, I actually did this. Jesus Christ, will it ever end? I fucking said it out loud. I thought I was saying it in my head. A woman coughing, I'm like, die already. You're not even singing in English.
What was the play? What was the opera?
I don't know, fat lady.
It's La Boheme.
Is upset, and it's cold, and nobody speaks fucking language. And then one of them dies, and then everyone else, I guess, felt bad or something. It took, what I'm telling you in 30 seconds took 4 fucking hours. It was a minute.
You just gotta use operas to go to sleep. That's what I've done in the past. It works fine.
Here's Mr. Whackbag. You're on Ron and Fez.
Dick Holder 909.
Face!
The dick holders are out there.
Yes, we are. I have the surefire way to get rid of Christmas, Mr. Bennington.
What's that?
Just become a Jew like me. I don't give presents. I don't give money. I don't even send out cards.
You know, the Jews are the only ones who don't ask me to join. I don't know what their secret is, But you never have a Jew going up going, can I tell you a little something about our religion? It never happens. The Christians won't shut the fuck up. They follow you everywhere.
Muslims are a close second.
Muslims are around. Who are the bald-headed bastards?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishnas?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They want you to join. Scientologists want you to join. The Jews are like, this is nothing you'd be interested in. Please get away. No, we have no brochures. Go away. One guy goes, I'd like to find out more about your religion. This is a friend of mine. He goes like this. Why? Why would you? It's none of your business. You know that's the best now.
But Jews have Hanukkah. I mean, that's 7 days or something like that.
Of
8
little
days?
tiny gifts. Believe me, I think it's 8.
8 days. All right. Throw an extra day in there.
What they have is Christmas. They're on the fucking sales side of it, doing very well for themselves. Well, you're scrapping along. What are you thinking about getting for me this year? Something fantastic, right?
Yeah, I mean...
I'm going to judge our friendship by the gift that you get, and I'm not trying to put pressure on you. But since you are the guy to show me thoughtfulness, joy, I want you to make it happen for me this year.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm definitely not going to I'm going to stay away from the, material things,
No, I definitely want something like that. I want something really electronic.
Electronic, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I didn't realize. Okay, this.
Yeah, I want something that's going to blow my shit away.
I got to start saving then.
Yeah.
Because,
You got 3 weeks to save.
I mean, I was talking, something maybe just made of nice, simple materials, cloth or something.
No, whatever it is, I'm going to even go out and have a check to see how much it costs.
Okay, I got it. You want a gizmo of some sort, is what you're talking about.
I want a gizmo.
Okay.
I want a gizmo Christmas.
Or a gadget.
Well, I'm very familiar with the Sharper Image, and I'll be heading over there this afternoon.
Really?
Yeah.
When I walk down with you, you know what I have my eye on is that butler in the. I know you can get it for under $8,000.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
You getting engaged this year for?
Oh no.
Isn't she going to be expecting a ring?
No. Few years.
Ring around her mouth, right?
Or
good one.
4 or 5 years, probably get an engagement ring. Yeah.
You almost got married on this show as soon as you started. Mr. B, what if Claire and I get married? I go, you've only been back with her for a week. She still stinks of chef.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, I was supposed to do some sort of stunt, and I thought that would be a great topper, but I'm glad you talked me out of it, because that wouldn't work.
Bro, all you gotta give me for Christmas is cut your head and a little more hot sauce in it. To me, that's the gift that keeps giving.
I can do that.
Yeah, I love it.
Hey, buddy.
I absolutely love it. Earl, what are you doing, bro?
No, the editor wouldn't open on me.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is.
Thanks.
The water! You're ruining a nice haircut.
I don't make a fucking mess out of this place.
Calm down.
Calm down.
It's fucking burning bad. Fucking hot sauce is burning me.
You need more hot sauce.
No, I don't need more hot sauce. Help! Someone help me.
No, you're getting the water all over the floor.
Someone help! Oh!
That's a beautiful gift.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'll be giving that to you.
Yeah.
That's expensive, in my brain. That's taking an expensive toll on me.
Ron and Fez Show.
Ron and Fez, XM 202. Ron and Fez, XM 202.
It's the most wonderful time for a beer. When the kids are all yelling, my boss said my bonus may be next year. It's the most wonderful time for a beer. It's the crappiest season of all. I got bottles of Seagram, screw those AA meetings and find an 8-ball and get a sleazy crack quarter ball. I I don't care about shopping or fault for adopting, so fuck the kids' Christmas show. Office parties not fun, my boss lent me the tongue. Now I'm on my knees, I must go. It's the most wonderful time for a beer. Those damn carolers singing, now the doorbell's ringing, the in-laws are here. It's the most wonderful time for a beer.
The Ron and Fez Show, a selection off of Air 6 Very Filthy Triple Xmas. That's available at paulbond.tv.
paulbond.tv. It's our own Billy Staples is part of Airsick, and you can go pick that up this year. Everybody loves the Triple Xmas Christmas special there.
It's not putting me in any more of the Christmas spirit.
Down the path, through the woods, the falling snow, my neighborhood, black as ice, a silver dream, as we go skating down the stream. So wildly uncontrolled, peacefully. Been here before, we will again. Though we won't know it, love, I'll see you then. I'll see you then.
And we are back. I gotta tell you, Dave, I don't think that rest stop left me full of the Christmas spirit.
Uh-oh. What happened? Well, we went to a rest stop because Robert had to... Did you have to pee,
I
poo,
or... I pissed and grabbed a drink.
And you got some beverages. Okay.
Yes. However, when I walked into... And again, this isn't one of those bathrooms for just one person. This is a men's room. A man was standing in the doorway, pissing into the urinal, David.
Oh, my God. He didn't want to set one foot. He literally probably told his wife, I ain't setting one foot in this disgusting shithole restroom off the New Jersey Garden State Parkway. And so that he actually stood by his word. He didn't actually step in there and urinated across the room.
That was disgusting. Then the guy at the counter like did not understand the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the pumps. So I'm pretty sure 3 different people paid for each other's gas.
Oh my God.
And it was not the same price. So it's going to be, we wanted to get out of there before we saw them duke it out.
Thankfully, we got out of there before the gas.
Now, there were no gifts given to me there, but one of the things we hear you argue for throughout this the entire time is that part of the Christmas spirit is gift giving for you.
Yeah.
You like to give. Now, you do point out that part of the reason you like to give is then you get to receive.
Oh, yeah.
Which I could call my oral sex philosophy.
Well, true. I mean, yeah, I guess there's a little bit of one hand washes the other type of element. Not exactly what Jesus was saying. But I like to receive the presents. I like to give the presents too. I mean, if I had to break it down percentages, I love giving presents, 40%, and then receiving 60% in terms of joy factor.
Just to be completely honest, for me, it's about 50-50. Because it's been a while since I've got, like, you know, when you're a kid.
Now you're making me look bad.
No.
I'm the star of Tales of the Satellite, according to you.
Right.
It's how you introduce me.
Because you're the star, people know what you want and you get better things.
Oh,
For
okay.
me,
Yeah.
you know, when you're a kid and you're like, you're not going to get a Game Boy, and then Santa brings you the Game Boy, it blows your mind.
Watch out. This guy, I don't know why he cut you off.
Oh, great. Another American Eagle.
It's an odd
flannel. Thanks. But
I had a great idea for Ron Bennington.
I was going to say, we hear that you gave Ron
Sopranos cookbook,
which he says is one of the worst gifts he's ever given. This is before we find out the worst gift he's ever gotten, which is, of course, the
ashtray.
Thank you.
The ashtray from the restaurant, because we had seen a documentary. I forget the name of the movie. Oh, Tooth Shore. Jesus.
Shore, yeah.
How would I remember that? But it was about, some famous New York City restaurant from back in the day. And Fez found an ashtray from the restaurant online. And I thought it was kind of a good idea, right? I hate to say it. It's possible. He consulted me, and I thought it was kind of cool. It is something that then became. Oh, I'm sorry with the camera. That's all me.
That's
my
what
hand.
People want to see anyway. To be honest.
No, my fucking hand just became like a crab because I'm holding this and awkward. Okay, but anyway, I thought it was a kind of actually unique idea from Fez, but yeah, it didn't go over.
It was a unique idea, but it failed for 2 reasons. The first we hear about in this episode. One, which is he gave his mom a hot dog machine so she would make him hot dogs. That's the type of...
Yeah, that was a hysterical story.
Fez would like to get.
When he was 14, yeah.
That's the type of gift, the ashtray, is the type of gift that Fez would like. Fez would
No, Fez doesn't smoke cigars.
No. The thought behind it. And we watched this documentary, and it's this whole thing. And if you even remember, when he first gave it to him, he said he got it the night they met. No, that was the matchbook.
I have no idea what you're talking about. That's totally different. The Fez got his mom a hot dog maker, which immediately means she had to go to work making him hot dogs. This was an ashtray for Ron, who smokes cigars.
But it was the thought behind it that other people would have appreciated. That Ron does, like, Fez likes putting thoughts into things for people.
Yeah.
And gifts that have thought behind it.
Thoughtfulness and creativity.
Right.
I didn't see this as a debacle, but
Ron does not appreciate that level of thought. Just give him cigars and he'll be happy.
That's true. Okay.
So that's where I'm coming from there.
Okay. Well, I mean, I had no idea what you're talking about. But now that you've articulated that, yes, you can stay simple. You don't need to be creative. In fact, I agree. I totally agree, because I thought I was creative with this. Now, I thought this was a good gift, folks. In my defense, okay, it was a Sopranos cookbook. And what it was a big coffee book, beautiful illustrations. It was official, put out by HBO and shit. So you had beautiful photographs and some funny stories and some funny little jokes here and there of the Sopranos themselves, combined with true blue recipes for how you make the foods that the Sopranos like. So when Tony's talking about the gabagoo and shit like this, you're going to get the actual recipe to make that good stuff. And then maybe a scene in the book. Anyway, I thought the Sopranos cookbook was good. Ron loves the Sopranos. He likes fine foods. I was thinking that's not so bad. But it didn't go over because coffee books, people can see those as like cheap.
Cheap, but it also, like, that one at least was stylish enough that it could fit Ron's vibe. He could leave that on his coffee table and no one would give him a hard time.
Big, huge hardcover, you know? Big, beautiful illustrations and photographs. I don't know.
Absolutely.
But
was that the worst gift you ever gave Ron?
No. I had 2 other gifts that I gave Ron that went over equally as bad.
Okay.
One gift was, this was before I worked for the show. A few years before I worked for the show, they had, Christmas party, bar 9, just a listener. And so I go in, I burned 2 CDs. Luna, name of the album is Penthouse. It's a fucking great album. I know Ron would like it. And Neutral Milk Hotel.
Oh, God.
Aeroplane Over the Sea. What the fuck? Oh, God. Jesus Christ. What? Jesus Christ. What? Neutral Milk Hotel, Aeroplane Over the Sea. You have a problem with that?
Terrible band.
It landed on the Rolling Stones top 100 albums of all time. I think it even made the top 20. You have an issue with this?
Yeah.
What?
Just self-aggrandizing assholes.
See, you have a comedian's heart, and you are frightened by musicians who tap in to their vulnerable side.
No,
my friend.
I get pissed off by a guy I pay $150 to see perform, and what he has is a goddamn hacksaw and a piano wire, and he's sitting there like this, and the lights are flashing.
Are you talking about Jeff Mangum?
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
If folks aren't aware of Neutral Milk Hotel, he's like a Trent Reznor type in that the albums, he pretty much does like all the instruments, and then he has like a little touring band that he does. And I, unfortunately, have also heard from a friend or two, he's really bad live.
Yeah.
I've heard it from multiple people. But it doesn't mean the album isn't good. Don't see him live. It's like these people who fucking want to crucify Bob Dylan for being live, with bad live, which, by the way, in 2010, I saw him at Asbury Park's Convention Hall, and he was amazing. So that's not always true. You can catch Dylan on a great night, and it's pure magic. So stop it with that bullshit. But Jeff Mangum, I've heard, he's very streaky. GNR's had that for years, but I don't give a fuck. It's Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to get good Slash. I should be specific.
That's
Axl.
Okay. Yeah.
Has some off nights every once in a while. Well, so what?
So you burned those 2 CDs for Ron.
So I burned Luna Penthouse, Neutral Milk Hotel. By the way.
And in doing so, you burned your friendship with him. Continue.
No, I didn't. By the way, this was before I was working for the show. Like I said, a couple years later, we'd be doing Fred Recommendations, a segment that we used to do. Fez, Ron, Earl, Dave, Recommendations. And it was movies, music, books, shows, whatever. Just one recommendation from each person on the show. And one of my Fred recommendations was Neutral Milk Hotel's Aeroplane Over the Sea. And when I played it, this is true because we said it on the air. I said, this is an album I gave Ron. And he goes, you didn't give me this album.
Yeah.
One of the listeners showed it to him or something. I think someone took credit for my burned CD.
That's funny.
Because he said that someone from Pal Talk,
or like you said,
gave him the album. And I'm like, no, that was me. I burned Luna Penthouse and Neutral Milk over it. So anyway, those didn't go over. But here's one that did. In a fucking obnoxious trolling way. The day that I learned, it's so weird how shit works. But I was working at a New Jersey radio station at the time, and I always worked Friday nights and Saturday nights. And they were going to have a Ron and Fez Christmas party. This is only 3 months or so into their tenure.
Okay.
It's early December 2005 at Sirius XM. And they're going to have it on a Friday night. And I'm like, oh man, this sucks. I always go to Ron and Fez Christmas parties. I'm really fucking pissed, you know? Mm-hmm. And lo and behold, the afternoon drive time DJ gets sick at the radio station, they go, Davey Mack, can you fill in for afternoon drive and you're free to go on Friday? So I go, boom. Dude, at this party, ADF, Al Dukes fan from ronfez.net goes, hey, have you heard? Harry Elvis, their producer at the time who was working with Earl, is leaving and they need to find a spot. I'm like, what? Keep in mind, I had also gotten a job offer at the exact same time from Howard Stern, Howard 101, the Howard News Department, because I knew the former Ron and Fez producer, Rory, and he hooked me up with a job. It was mine to take.
Rory Hamptons.
But rather than take the Howard Stern job, which was official, I decided to try out for the Ron and Fez show. I actually went to Ron right there and said, I want to throw my hat in the ring. I want to be in there too. I'm working in radio. Got a job offer from Howard Stern, but you guys are everything. Everything. Love you guys. You guys are number one for the Dave Man. So, yeah, I'm going to throw my hat in the ring. And it was me, and ironically, it was ADF and maybe a couple other people. And we did like 3 days each on the show. Screened calls, did the shit behind the scenes, but then also we're on the air. And me being on the air, I think, helped me. That's what it did it. Now, that's a crazy story, I know. At this Christmas party, so Ron had been talking about how much he hates the movie Crash. And by the way, I completely agree. In fact, I have actual anger towards Crash. That, to me, that is absolutely the worst Best Picture Academy Award winning film ever. English Patient looks like fucking Temple of Doom compared to fun and having a good time. It is, first of all, the movie's poorly acted, folks. It's poorly written. It's just over the top. It sucks. I'm sorry. You want to see a movie that has a big cast, a lot of stories being told separately that intertwine? Watch Paul Thomas Anderson's Magnolia and get the fuck away from Crash. Watch Magnolia. That's an amazing film. Crash sucks. But anyway, Ron was saying he didn't like it. I completely agreed. I was in the Writers Guild, and they gave me, for Christmas, I would always get around December time, the scripts and the DVDs.
Of course.
So I actually got the screenplay and DVD sent to me of Crash, and I gave that to Ron. By the way, right before I was going to try out for the show, I'm giving him troll gifts like a fucking asshole. Like an asshole. I'm giving troll gifts before I'm auditioning for the fucking part, for the producer. Honestly, what a fucking freak.
I think it shows you what you were bringing to the table. You were the guy who was willing to do that kind of stuff to make the thing
Or
continue.
a fucking nut who can't read the room, but regardless, Ron laughed and said, you're a fucking asshole, but he was laughing.
That's what matters.
And I felt good. And I'm pretty sure he instantly threw them in the trash. And I did not take them out. I said, that is where they belong. Not good. The screenplay was even worse. You read it, you go, I can't believe someone sat down and wrote this. No. It's not a good movie. It's not like the other fucking shit, man. No. Nashville by Robert Altman in the 70s. Magnolia. These are movies that have a lot of characters, tell different stories, and then they kind of come together at the end. Go see Nashville. Go see Magnolia. Do not see Crash if you haven't seen it. Skip that one. Thank you. And I'm a Matt Dillon fan. He's in the movie. Don't see that. Go see The Outsiders. Thank you.
And if we are on the lines of Crash and giving recommendations of what to watch.
Something that we don't want to get in?
Exactly. It's something we do not want to get on this ride, but what we do want to get into is some more Ron and Fez audio. And like you said, as a Christmas gift from us to the fans, something from FM radio. Let's let them hit it here.
You're not getting squat for Christmas. There's no gifts that Santa leaves. No Jesus birthday presents just because you don't believe. You have your potato latkes with your cheap toys that you hate. Those Christian kids look so happy. Oh yeah, Mom, this dreidel's great. You got guilt and not a new.
That was the worst. Ron, did you see this? The TV specials that are doing huge in the ratings, they're all the classic Christmas cartoons and specials, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, Charlie Brown Christmas.
Now, do they still make new specials for the kids, or the kids just kind of forced to watch the stuff that their parents grew up with?
What they'll do now is they'll put something like straight to DVD, and some of those will make like ABC Family or something like that.
But you're talking about the real specials that all the kids can get. You're going back to the old Frosty the Snowman, the Grinch. What else is out there?
There's Santa Claus is Coming to Town, the one that was narrated by Fred Astaire and had Mickey Rooney in it.
Is that the Heat Miser?
No, that was the one before where it was the Winter Warlock.
See, I get confused with those two.
It was like the secret origin of Santa Claus.
What was the name of that one?
That one is Santa Claus is Coming to Town, where he's got the red hair and he's got to get to the Meisterburger's town.
But there's two that look the exact same?
Yeah, and then the next one was Year Without a Santa Claus.
Okay.
That's the one with Heat Miser and Snow Miser.
Which one does bigger?
I think it's the original. Yeah. Santa Claus is Coming to Town with the Winter Warlock. And this is my favorite line. Winter, please. When he decides he's going to be nice and wants to be called by his first name. Winter, please.
I don't keep up with all of them, but I'm glad they're still out there. And I know that you're probably the reason why they do such big ratings is like if your kid is watching a stupid cartoon, you're not going to watch with him. But if he's watching a cartoon that you watched like when you were a kid, oh, then you got him up on your lap. Like you own this. Like, you see, son? Isn't this wonderful? Charlie Brown is trying to make things happen.
And for some reason, these things still doing gigantic in the ratings.
No, they should. Earl, what do black kids watch growing up? What do they have?
I was really more of a Charlie Brown guy. I love the Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh, there was a black kid in that. You used to identify with him?
Was that the one with all the... which one was the dirt kid? Like Pigpen?
Yeah.
Pigpen wasn't black. He was just dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Earl.
They always had
Here's Earl as a kid. I love that dirt kid. He's the funniest black kid I ever saw in my life.
No, I just thought he...
Let him believe Pigpen's black, Fuzzy. Who's it hurt?
I just thought it was the most hysterical character ever. You just walk by, and all you just see is this big cloud of dirt everywhere he went.
Yeah, that was a classic. Charlie Brown might be the best. Now, personally, for some reason, and I like any of the cartoons, the old school ones, but there was a Mr. Magoo one on that he ripped off the Dickens tale. I loved.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol.
Yeah, and I mean, that's got to be really old. All right, here comes Eastside Dave, our producer. What do you got for us,
I
Dave?
just want to say that Franklin was the black character on Charlie Brown. I don't know why Earl forgot that. Franklin, he's famous.
But was he back then?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
From the first one?
Sure.
I don't think so. I think Franklin got added later on.
In the 80s.
Yeah, exactly.
Because in the 60s, they never went, hey, we don't have a black kid here. Is that a problem? They were very happy going, it's an all-white Christmas, everybody. Come on in. And nobody does the old-fashioned Christmas specials anymore, like Bill Cosby or the King family or any of that, right?
No, there's no Perry Comos anymore or Andy Williams that would come along and do a Christmas special where you bring out Charo to do Oh Holy Night.
Well, what about for you, Dave, growing up? What did you like?
I like to watch the very little-known Gumby Christmas special, where him and Pokey had to battle their, cube guy and everything and make it a very Gumby Christmas. That was one of the best ones ever made. No one ever talks about that.
I never even heard of it. Where did it come on, Cinemax?
It was real.
It's a very Cinemax Christmas.
And whenever I describe it to my friends, they're like, that never existed.
Are you familiar with this at all, Fez?
I've never heard of the Gumby Christmas special.
Yeah, it absolutely happened.
I believe it to be a Christmas lie.
Mike, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you, pal?
All right, how you doing?
Cool, pal.
Hey, welcome back, man. I miss you guys, man. I used to listen to you years ago on WNEW.
Thanks.
Yeah, I just wanted those Rudolph specials, man. They suck nowadays.
Oh, they keep adding Rudolph specials, right?
Yeah, and now they're like all CGI, computer generated, and they don't look anything like the old claymation.
No, I was watching them with my son just a couple of weeks ago, and it's not even the same. And they got all these different characters together. It really ruined it. You know what I mean?
Thank you very much. 866-313-FREE. 866-313-FREE. Hey, Stephanie. Stephanie, you're on 92.3 Free FM. How are you?
Good. How are you?
We're great.
I just want to say men should not get their women or wives anything for the kitchen. Last year, I got salt and pepper shakers wrapped from my husband.
You know that's because their mom went with it. If your mom ever cried at a Christmas present, then you know by the time that because here's the thing, when you're a little kid, you think that your mom loves being a mom. You don't realize she's just doing this for you. So you're like, I'm going to get her a broom. I'm going to get her a sweeper and think it's great. His mom probably acted like that was okay back in the day. That's why you didn't know for you.
Yeah, but that's sad, though. You picked that up at the store.
Did you start crying?
No, but he could tell I was a little upset. I got a whole bunch of different kitchen things. I got like a shredder and...
Did you say, look, I don't love being in this kitchen. I'd like to get out every once in a while?
I guess he thinks I'm such a good cook. I don't know.
You should marry Fez. He'd take you to Broadway. For some reason, he's obsessed with it.
I once gave my mom some sort of Ronco hot dog cooker or something like that.
Yeah.
Tears and screaming. She screamed at me, "You only got me this, so I'll make you hot dogs."
Well, it's true.
I mean, it was obvious to everyone, and I thought, yes, make me hot dogs. Why is that a bad thing?
How old were you when this Christmas was ruined?
Oh, I was probably like 14 or 15 at that point. Old enough where I should have known better,
right,
and still gave her the Ronco hot dog cooker.
Now, after that, is that when you started taking Christmas a little more serious?
Yeah, when the tears started flowing, and I'm like, all right, now I've really got to work on this.
Why don't you just be like, girl, stick a 50 in her apron. Here you go, Ma. You know how I feel about you.
Why not just tuck it in her garter, black girl?
Hey, Papa, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you, pal?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy boy.
Listen, it ain't Christmas season unless I'm watching March of the Wooden Soldiers. And those bogeymen, they still creep me out.
You know, I got to go back. I know that's playing again this year, and I got to go try to find it. I haven't seen it in many, many years.
I haven't seen that one forever.
And it's back on this year. I got an email from Mikey D that he watched it, and he sounded like he was half in the bag because he used the word freaked. So I don't know what he was doing, but it weirded him out. Hey, John, you're on 92.3 Free FM with Ron and Fez. How are you?
Hey, guys, what's going on, man?
Cool.
Guys, man. Hey, whoever that guy, I'm not familiar with the show. I have to say, I love it. I think they got their lineup very solid now.
We're pulling the station together. All thanks to John Manelli. He's getting this thing rolling now.
Nice. Whoever, I don't know, so I'm not familiar. The guy who saw the Gumby Christmas, I remember that very fondly.
All right, that's our producer, Eastside Dave. Come on in, Dave, and say hi to everybody. He saw the same special as you, the Gumby Christmas.
Oh,
fantastic.
Yeah, my parents had it on tape. I mean, I don't remember exactly who did it or where it was on, but I do remember I watched it every Christmas when I was a kid.
Gumby was like big in like something like the 60s, then it went away, and then they tried to bring it back in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
I was an 80s child. I love Gumby.
Okay.
Yeah, and it had that David and Goliath feel to it, that weird like claymation thing.
Right.
Yeah, it was a spectacular special.
Now, Davey and Goliath, I don't know if everybody's familiar with that. That's from your church. That was the Lutheran church.
That was a cartoon. What was animation? Kind of like little wooden puppets that they moved around. And it was brought to you, produced, and shot by the Lutheran Church in America.
I don't know if they shot it. They may have wrote it. I don't know if they were basically sitting there moving around these claymation pieces.
Whenever I saw the big Lutheran emblem at the end of each episode, I always imagined our pastors just getting together with cameras and trying to shoot this thing.
It was the weirdest thing that's ever been on TV because it was a boy and his talking dog, and his dog would attempt to bring him back to Jesus because every week he would be mad about something, and his talking dog Goliath, which not exactly a Christian name there, is it?
No, Philistine name, actually.
Yeah, I have a problem with this whole show. And then, Earl, you're getting that on the air, bro, just so you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be able to say it unless I know.
Your cue speaker is going through the air.
Yeah.
In fact, why would Davey ever name his dog Goliath? Goliath was the exact counterpart of Davey for all Christians.
Well, yeah, that is true. Davey and Goliath, you think they would be on the opposite sides. In this case, Goliath trying to bring him back. Come on, Davey. What would Jesus do, Davey?
That kid, that Davey, got into so much trouble every damn week. It would be one of the 10 Commandments. He would steal something. He would bear false witness, and Goliath would have to talk him down.
That cartoon actually ruined the biblical story of the real David and Goliath for me, because I couldn't understand why David was throwing a stone at Goliath's temple.
He killed a dog. That's all it really came down to, was a guy killed a dog. Hey, let's go to Joe. Joe, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Big Ass 2112. I got the best Christmas show ever. You guys didn't mention it yet. Remember Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas?
Yeah, that was a big, I think, HBO show, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the best. I would watch that every year. I love the band.
I thought it was on ABC. It was Jim Henson's Muppets.
Right.
And they would have Kermit the Frog narrate it and then talk about Emmett Otter and the River Bottom Nightmare Band.
Yeah, and he was so broke he couldn't even have a Christmas tree. Remember that? He had the Christmas branch.
Yeah, things didn't go his way, but then at the end, I think him and his band pulled everything together nice. What was the name of the electric band?
Oh, yeah, the River Bottom Nightmare Band.
Oh, I did that twice? I didn't know where you were going. Foundry Music, Jeff. Hey, how you doing, Jeff?
Hey, buddy.
Thank you very much for the basket you sent us. That was very kind.
Oh, you're welcome. How many pieces did it get smashed into? Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, well, Dave is a little bit of a ham and egger, but what are you going to do?
Yeah. Listen, I was watching Cartoon Network the other day, and the Pee Wee Herman Christmas special was on. And this is just the kind of special you would never see nowadays. I mean, the collection of kooks and celebrities that graced the show. It had Grace Jones, Charo, Annette Funicello, Frankie Avalon, Lawrence Fishburne when he was still on the show, and just a weird storyline. They had Katie Lang doing Christmas songs, just an odd collection of people.
It sounds fantastic. I'd love to see this one.
I love that story.
Thanks a lot, Jeff. We'll talk to you later, buddy. All right, it's the Ron and Fez show, 92.3, Free FM. We're the new guys. Frank, you're on Ron and Fez.
How you doing, guys?
Good.
There's two shows that you missed so far. The Christmas Story, first of all, is my favorite. If I don't see it, I'll have a heart attack before Christmas. And the funniest one is Baby New Year with Rudolph with the big ears, the little kid. That's the funniest thing out of all of them, because every time he pulls his stupid hat off and his ears come out, everybody's ripping them apart. And I got to tell you, I loved that ever since I was a kid.
All right, that's why the Baby New Year ran away, because he had big ears and people like you made fun of him, Frank. And Rudolph had to go find him.
I was already off the gimmick bandwagon by the time this came along. By the time I'm like, no, I'm only really for the Furious 5, the early Christmas specials. Other than that, I can't go adding.
And Christmas Story, that's not really a special. That's a feature film.
That's a feature film, but TBS will run it 24 hours a day. And it's really big. I'm not sure if it was a very big movie when it came out. But as the years have gone by, it's like everybody loves that film.
I just bought the DVD of that, and Ralphie looks like a 35-year-old version of Ralphie. It's one of the more peculiar things you can ever see.
Oh, you see him like grown up?
He's totally grown up, and he's got to be 35 now, and he looks exactly like he talks like Ralphie. His glasses, everything.
That's the kid that starred in it, right?
Yeah.
He actually is like Vince Vaughn's producing partner now. He produces films with Vince Vaughn and John Favreau. I believe he did Dinner for Five and stuff like that.
I think his name is Peter Billingsley.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, there's something about that. As the years went by, everybody just tuned into, and a big part of it, I think, is just like TBS playing it over and over.
Yeah, that'll start Christmas Eve and will go for 24 hours straight. So I don't know exactly why you need to go out and buy the DVD. You got plenty of chances to catch this thing, Eastside Dave.
There is something about, when did it come out, like in the early 80s?
Yeah, I think it was. I don't remember it actually being in the theaters. I remember seeing it on cable for the first time.
Oh, no, I definitely think it came out in the cables. We'll check in with Blowhard, because he knows the entire history of this piece, which started as a radio piece here in New York City. Hey, Blowhard, how you doing, pal?
Merry Christmas, Ron and Fez.
Merry Christmas to you, my friend.
First of all, to Dave, Gumby's nemesis were the Blockheads.
The Blockheads.
Okay, not the cute people.
Getting back to Gene Shepard, who wrote The Christmas Story, he narrated it. He passed away just recently. He was a very popular New York City radio host. Very popular.
What year did you know that he wrote that? And he would actually perform it on the air every year, right?
I would say early 50s or mid 50s, maybe. He was known as a really ornery guy. I mean, he was really a real cranky, cantankerous. The guy was nuts, but he wrote some really funny stuff. And if you go online, you can find websites
that have his actual readings, his radio program. And there was a sequel or two after that. I think it was the original Christmas story was called In God We Trust, All Others Pay Cash. If you're into that whole thing, you want to look it up and read it.
I wouldn't mind going and listening to it sometime just to hear what it sounded like in the early days. All right, great. Thanks,
I'll definitely send you the link. And getting back to the whole Davey and Goliath thing, it was the same creator as Gumby, Art Clokey, the same animator. And they revised it a couple of years ago with a Davey and Goliath Christmas special, and they added a Jewish kid and a Muslim kid. And it was horrible. It was just total dreadful.
Yeah, that can't work out for you. You're not going to bring the whole world together with these kids.
They'll try.
Yeah, and, getting back to the bad Christmas gifts, Fez, you're talking about some of the real bad ones. The worst gift ever is when your boss says, I made a donation in your name to a charity.
That's what my folks do for me now. The Catholics got a hold of them, right? So they do something, and then a prayer is said at my name at some cathedral in D.C., I'm like, thanks, Ma. I really appreciate it.
That's always like the worst gift, especially if it's a charity that you're not really very fond or very enthusiastic.
Like the Catholics.
Sure.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, believe it or not, I was planting trees in Israel because I worked in the textile business back then, and it's also like George Costanza and the Human Fund.
Right.
But I just wanted to wish you guys in the Ron Fez Nation a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and much success in 2007.
Thank you. We'll talk to you then, my friend.
Take care, my brothers.
Take care. Everybody from ronfez.net, I guess. Well, there's some kind of party going over at Hooters as we speak right now.
Yeah, Hooters in Manhattan. If you're in the city, you can check it out at Hooters, 56th Street and Broadway. That's where the ronfez.net gang is hanging out.
Hey, Hard Rock Johnny, what do you say, pal?
Oh, boys, how are you?
Good.
My favorite Christmas special is The Year Without Santa with Mr. Heatmiser.
That's the one I was asking Fezzi about. And I guess there's two different ones, and I don't know which is which.
Yeah, the first one is Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and then that's the second one. This is like the sequel, Year Without a Santa Claus. Now, NBC just tried to do a live-action Year Without a Santa Claus. They had Michael McKee and Lenny from Lenny and Squiggy as the Snow Miser,
right,
and Harvey Fierstein as the Heat Miser.
Sounds fantastic.
It was just awful. They had Chris.
Is it because you're older now, or you think if you were a little kid you'd like it?
No, they didn't. They tried to modernize it and everything. They had John Goodman as a very lazy Santa Claus. Chris Kattan as this. He was like the Gelman of elves, where they were just trying to high-tech everything, and Santa's working off the internet and stuff. They changed the whole story.
Didn't happen for you, huh?
No, just awful.
All right, Johnny, thanks for calling us, buddy.
Have a good holiday.
You too. Take care.
Thanks, Hard Rock Johnny.
Hey, Ziggy. Ziggy, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah, buddy.
What's going on? I wanted to know why there's no Hanukkah specials this time of year.
Well, they did have one called Jesus Was Such a Liar, and I don't think it caught on.
Yeah.
A little too negative.
There was that other one, too, called Just Another Birth.
Yeah, it didn't work out the way they wanted it to.
I was thinking Rudolph the abnormally large-nosed reindeer.
Thank you very much.
There was one actual Hanukkah special, the Rugrats Hanukkah special from Nickelodeon. They would put out a Hanukkah episode.
Hey, Tina. Tina, you're on Run of Fez. Hey, Tina.
Hi, guys. Do you remember the Christmas that almost wasn't?
I really don't remember this one.
It was, I don't think it was on TV. They generally played in the movie theaters every year. It was out in the early 70s. It was Santa Claus couldn't pay his rent, and the bad guy Prune was going to make him not deliver presents to the kids.
No, this one doesn't even strike a bell. Anything for you, Fez?
No, that sounds brutal, though.
Anybody involved in this that you remember? Any of the actors?
I don't remember the stars' names, but I do know that it was kind of a little scary because I'm afraid of midgets, and all the elves in the movies were midgets. It was very scary back then.
Well, what else is an elf but a midget when you think about it? What do you want, tall elves?
They're supposed to be cute. I bought it online. It's really a good movie. You should check it out.
All right, the Christmas that almost wasn't.
That almost wasn't, right.
I've never heard of this one.
So you saw it as a little kid, and then when you grew up, you went out and got it yourself.
Yes.
All right, let me try to look it up here on the IMDb. But this one doesn't make any sense to me.
You've apparently gotten over your midget phobia if you're still watching it.
I got over it, yeah.
All right, let me see. Here it is. I'm trying to even find a year. I don't see the year on here anywhere. Oh, 66 this came out.
60s? Oh. We used to go see it in the theater every Christmas morning.
And don't know one name that isn't in there. Now, around the same time, Santa Claus versus the Martians came out. And that's considered one of the worst films of all time. So you want to always pick that up for the kids.
Yeah, they're not going to have to sell me too hard on that one. It sounds awful.
Yeah, it's so awful that it's fantastic.
All right, thanks, guys. Happy holidays.
Bye-bye.
I remember this one. It was called The House Without a Christmas Tree. It was like a Hallmark special, something like that. It took place during the Depression. Jason Robards was in it, and he was this really mean dad that wouldn't let his daughter Abby have a Christmas tree in the house. He was just really strict. And then it turned out that his wife, Abby's mother, had died on Christmas or something like that in childbirth, and that's why he hated Christmas. And she was never allowed to have a tree.
Mike the Teacher, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, how you doing? I
Good.
just wanted to add a little more to Blowhard, who got it right as usual. But believe it or not, the Christmas Story originally was written in Playboy magazine. Gene Shepard was writing short stories for Playboy, and in December 1965, he wrote a story called Duel in the Snow, or Red Ryder Nails the Cleveland Street Kid. And that was the origination. It won the Fiction Award for Playboy that year. And that's one of those movies, like a lot of other movies, that tanked at the box office originally. Did not do well at all, and has this second life on TV and DVD.
Yeah, I think there's something about it that works, that like little kids like it because it's the story of a little kid, and then like grandparents love it because, you know, that was their time. And parents remember seeing the film when they were little. So right now, it's just about 100 share of all the demos.
It's a great, I love it just because I love Gene Shepard. He was a great, like Bullhard said, a great old-time radio guy. He was doing movies. He had books out. Just a fantastic thing. You guys have a great Christmas, all right?
You too, my friend.
Take care.
Take care. Look who it is, Fezzy. It's your friend, Little Lene. Hi, Lene.
Hi, Ron. Hi, Fez.
What can we do for you, darling?
I just wanted to say or tell my favorite cartoons of the holidays.
What's that?
Well, it's Frosty the Snowman, and then I got Eek the Cat Holiday Special.
Do you know this one, Fez?
I do not know Eek the Cat. Not familiar with his work.
Well, actually, William Shatner is Santa and Eek the Cat. But the most funniest part in the cartoon for me is when Eek was piling up presents while walking in the streets and they all fell down, of course.
That's a good one. All right, thanks, Lene.
Thank you, Lene. Have a Merry Christmas.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Fezzy, here's a name you haven't heard in quite some time. It's our buddy Laird. What do you say, Laird?
Buddies.
What do you say, pal?
Welcome back to Marconi-style radio.
All right.
What about the movie Scrooged?
Scrooge with Bill Murray, fantastic.
It's the absolute best. I always throw in Scrooge when I'm sitting there wrapping presents. That's my gift wrapping movie.
You gotta love Bobcat in that movie.
Yeah, that was probably Bobcat's one of his biggest film things, and maybe the last one that he did.
The scene with him chasing him around with the shotgun, which just cracks me up. I could see it 20,000 times.
Yeah, it's hysterical. And that's another film, I don't think it did very well when it came out.
No, it does better in reruns.
Yeah, reruns and probably DVD sales for Christmas.
My favorite thing in the whole movie is David Johansen, New York's own David Johansen. He's unbelievably cool in that.
Driving the cab, he was great.
All right, Laird, nice talking to you, buddy.
Nice talking to you, too.
Talk to you again soon. It is the Ron and Fez Show, doing a little bit of Christmas cheer tonight. We'll take a break. We're Ron and Fez. You know, I know Al Dukes lives like a junior suit around here. But we got Al Duke stuff that we can't even run on the air anymore. We have him doing stuff back there that you're not allowed to do in this day and age.
Yeah, we had a couple of things that were like, I don't think we can air that. I was like, yeah, but it happened. It actually happened.
Doesn't it seem the exact opposite of progress that you could air something 4 or 5 years ago and now you can't?
Totally regressed.
It's like from the 50s, you're like, oh my God, you could never show a bra on TV. And now look. But radio goes just the opposite.
We're going to get to the point where we can't say pregnant on the air anymore.
All right, Fez, they just dumped out of you.
Really?
Seriously.
I'm sorry, with child.
I don't even think you can say that.
Because everyone knows how it happened.
I want to get you with child, honey. You almost sound like a pedophile. And it really sounds worse when you think about it. Here's Bob. Bob, you're on the Ron and Fez Show.
Hello?
That's you, buddy.
Hey, just as far as like old Christmas shows and whatnot, do you remember the Littlest Angel with Fred Gwynn, Johnny Whitaker?
I had forgotten about that. Johnny Whitaker was in Family Affair. He played Jody, Buffy's brother. And then he was a little kid who died, right? But wanted to get back to Earth to find all of his favorite stuff under his bed.
Yeah, he fell off a cliff chasing a bird. They show this in a kid's Christmas special where he's running off a cliff. Then they tried to do a remake not too long ago with Gary Coleman as the Littlest Angel.
Right.
And I'm trying to think of who it was that was his big angel helper.
Fez, if you're going saying not too long ago and Gary Coleman, you're going to be thinking 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
What are you, a head wound victim? Just a couple of years ago, in '83, they tried it again with Gary Coleman. All right, thanks a lot, man.
Hey, real quick, too.
Yeah.
You guys remember all the, like, the King family specials back then, too? Like, this is like the probably late 60s, early 70s?
Yeah, the King family was big. They were, I think, an offshoot of the Andy Williams specials.
Yeah, because I think they would sing with Andy Williams. And then those were the horrible Christmas specials that you didn't want to watch as a kid, but your mom wanted to watch, and it's like she would dominate the TV that night.
This might sound awful, but is Andy Williams still alive?
I think Andy Williams is still alive, and I think he's one of those Branson, Missouri acts.
Well, why don't they let him do a special anywhere now?
Because I don't think he's in all the best health.
He's no longer a Christian. He is... He's one of those people who, I think now when we die, that's just it. There's nothing but darkness.
He's become jaded in his very old age.
Let's just say the faith leaked out of me as the years went by. Faith, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, Faith?
Hey, buddies.
Hey, buddy girl.
Let me put down my steak sandwich.
Well, now I'm starving.
You were talking about Santa Claus versus the Martians a little while ago.
Now, hold on for 1 second. Earl, we got any steak sandwiches over there?
We're fresh out.
I feel like killing you. Go ahead, Faith.
The Santa Claus versus the Martians. That was done, the guys at Mystery Science Theater 3000 did that.
Would that be a great present for me, Fuzzy? I hope you got that for me. I would love to see this.
That is not your Christmas gift. You'll get your Christmas gift later.
I can't wait to open it up. When I see that Santa Claus versus the Martian on Mystery Science Theater, I'm going to go out of my mind.
I don't have that for you.
And you get me anything good?
Yeah, I got you something good. But I didn't get you the Santa Claus versus the Martians, and it's a little late now to get it for you.
I want you to know something. If I open up the Drowsy Chaperone, I'm choking you out in front of my family.
To me, I hear that it's a great play, and it's getting good reviews.
Why don't you just come out and just stop it?
Come out?
You know what I'm saying.
I don't understand.
Justin, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey.
So I got the most awesomely horrible horror Christmas movie ever created. It was called Santa's Sleigh, and it came out a couple of years ago. Bill Goldberg from the WWF plays Santa.
First of all, how's a guy named Goldberg ever going to get to be Santa? And B, I don't like the idea of mixing horror in with a Christmas thing.
There's one coming out on Christmas Day this year. It's some sort of Christmas horror film, slasher film. And the Catholic League is very upset with the Weinsteins that this is coming out on Christmas.
Well, they're upset with the Weinsteins, but it has nothing to do with this movie.
So it's another one of these, just brutal slashing on Christmas Day.
The Catholic League has said to the Weinsteins, how do you not see it? It's so obvious. There he is, the Savior. You really don't think that's the Savior?
Not buying it. Sorry.
Still waiting. We're the Weinsteins, and we just don't think it's him.
Elijah's got to get here first.
What happened to the Weinsteins anyway? They used to make such great films, and now everything is crap.
Yeah, I think it's an everything must go sale. They're putting everything out there, including bad Christmas horror films.
Oh, you're wrong, Fez. They got rid of all the old Miramax stuff. This is all the brand new company, the Weinstein Company.
Oh, okay.
Miramax is like 2 years ago. That's all done, and it's owned by Disney now. They're not even attached with it. So they're off on their own, and these new films that they're making are not like the films that made them famous. It's sad, really.
Yeah, it's like they're not even trying anymore. Just to have Santa Claus getting murdered on Christmas Day.
Now you make me want to go. Vinny, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you?
Hey, boys, how are you? Everybody's forgetting one of the greatest cartoons of all time, Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol.
I told Fez this earlier. This is my favorite.
That's my favorite, too, and to this day, I still don't know what razzleberry dressing is.
And razzleberry dressing. I honestly think it's the best Dickens that ever been done. I've seen most of the Christmas carols, because there's got to be 100 of them out there now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they did one just last year with Tori Spelling as Ebenezer Scrooge.
How was it?
Just awful. Just horrible, where she's this high-powered executive woman who has to learn the meaning of Christmas.
I'm going to tell you right now, in my mind, Mr. Magoo, a better actor than Robert De Niro.
Mr. Magoo.
Yeah. He's funny, and he could get you serious. You watch that Mr. Magoo Christmas special, I guarantee you're going to end up crying a couple times.
Oh, spare it.
It's not too bad, really, Fez. Compared to the rest of your act, that is pretty fabulous.
That was my Tori Spelling.
Oh, that's scary. All right, we got to wrap this one up pretty early tonight, but we wanted to come in and do it quick and actually even do a couple of shows here at the end of the year before the Christmas break, so we could just get back here into New York and let you folks know we're going to be with you in 07.
We're just so excited to be back here and on 92.3 Free FM, and just thank John Manelli so much for making this happen.
Actually, John Manelli, you couldn't have given us anything better than to bring us back to New York radio. We've always wanted, we had the opportunity to know John years ago, but always wanted him as our program director one day, and we got the opportunity to do that now. To be back with our buddy Alan Linewan means a lot to us also.
Alan Linewan, really a great guy, and then here we are. We're in New York City with him.
And who are we kidding? Can we forget this? We got to thank O&A. Opie and Anthony, thank you. I know people said, oh, please, they're never going to end up back on radio again. They're here, they're dominating, they're doing great. Thanks so much for everything, guys.
So, and we appreciate everyone that worked really hard to make this happen, like Chris Oliveira at CBS and Tom Chiasano here at Free FM.
You know what? Let's even throw it this way. Al Dukes.
Al Dukes, too?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to put that olive branch out between us and Al Dukes. Hey, speaking of olive branch, olive.
Yeah.
What a leap that was. From sports guy to the top. How did that happen?
He's looking down at everybody else. And Scott Herman at CBS, too.
Scott Herman, always a really, really great guy to us. And again, thanks to you guys. It's been amazing how many people have called us and said, welcome back. And we've gotten so many emails sent to us at Ron and Fez at AOL.com. Well, we always go out the same way on our Christmas shows. It's our favorite Christmas song of all time, probably by our favorite singer. And I'll just say, Fez, I love you, brother, and let's have a great 07.
I love you back, Ron, and thank you for everything. We'll take it out with the Pretenders.
Welcome. You've got mail.
Oh, yeah, that's it. My porn keeps me faithful. Drop trow in the basement. Oh, come ye before she gets home. Don't let her catch me. Oh, it's my true salvation. It is my hidden treasure. The value can't be measured. I go there to be pleasured by Tracy Lords. Be careful, beginners, with your masturbation. Don't let what had happened to me happen to you. While on a porn site, thought I had it timed right, and then I heard the door key. Oh God, my wife's home early. I only had one hand free. Yes, I got caught.
Goodbye.
And we're back. And folks, we're still alive. That's two Christmas miracles, because we're still alive, and that's usually my line, but you brought it in so much more succinctly than I do, so maybe we should do that going forward. I forgot. Technically, you're the host and I'm the star. I forgot our roles for a sec.
On Christmas, we're just family, buddy.
You like to do the rejoiners. That's the guy who goes, and they always say they're the radio guy backsell. And you always go, how's Metallica with Enter Sandman? Before that, we heard GT and the D's, 1 bourbon, 1 scotch, and 1 beer. And what led us off was Blind Melon, giving you the B-Girl song. I forget the actual title. Anyway, here we go. It's Christmas time with Bobby and Dave rocking your way through the holiday season. See, that's a back sell, baby.
It is a back
sell. That's a back sell, a radio back sell, kids.
Now, as we talked about, 2 distinct things, free FM, XM, and you had to do different shows for both because while some of the FM people might listen to XM, nobody was listening from XM. Like, there wasn't necessarily a crossover, so it couldn't just be like we were talking about earlier. And one thing
so wasn't that interesting to you that it sounded different? Like, it really almost sounded like 2 different shows. Right?
I think part of the hard time I have when I go back and listen, creating a timeline, is because when you're on FM, you sound so much newer because the audience doesn't know you as well. So there's a lot of you almost backselling yourself to the audience.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they knew Ron and Fez because of WNEW, but it also had been, 5 years? 6?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So, 9/11, they were on WAW. So maybe I want to say 2002, and this is 2006, so 4 years.
4 years.
Sounds about right.
But still 4 long years. And
yeah, I mean, that is true.
An entire different supporting cast. So even if you recognize them, you might not, you know what I mean? It's
different station,
new show in general. And
but isn't it interesting that we were on both rock stations?
I think that's really cool.
Like we weren't on... one of the talk stations. There are talk stations in New York, New Jersey that don't specialize in politics. It's just like they're anything talk, just classic talk, right? Talk whatever the fuck you want. Just bring something entertaining to our talk station. So it's interesting that they were both rock.
But that kind of makes sense because you guys were fun, listening to the Ron and Fez show. And I know part of what I like about it is it does feel like you are at the party. You're hanging out with the guys. You're having a drink or two if it's a drinking show. You know what I mean? It does feel like you're a part of that rock environment. I don't know.
No, I hear you.
But what you guys were talking about specifically is TV Christmas specials.
That was good. That's a good conversation.
Very good.
Because, you know what? Fez reminded me of a lot that I actually kind of want to check out. And I know that there's a lot on Tubi.
Without removing the fourth wall too much, we were listening on the way up together just to kind of jog our memory.
Absolutely.
And we were literally we kept being like, we should check that one out. Ooh, let me write that down.
I know. But then I was offended because he said I fucking looked like Santa Claus in the Heat Miser special. And I'm like,
no, the other one.
Oh.
The Santa Claus is coming to town.
Santa Claus.
You look like a young Kris Kringle.
I am not fat.
He's not fat at that point.
Did you know that I weighed myself yesterday and it was 179.3 pounds? This is the lightest the Dave Man has been in years. I almost am too light. I'm supposed to be 190 pounds of twisted Irish steel.
Well,
179.3. I don't know what happened. Stress?
Now's the perfect time to tell you I got you steroids for Christmas.
Woo!
Let's get
ripped. Let's go, McMahon! Vince McMahon, he got me my steroids, and I'm coming at you, and I'm coming after you, Hogan. Once I get roided up, I'm coming after you, and I'm dropping my leg on you, dead man. I mean, if I was going to cut a promo on Hogan, I would point out that he's now deceased, so, that's what that was all about. But anyway, you're right, Robert. There were a lot of TV specials. And I think it's inspired me to check out some of those TV specials. I was surprised people didn't remember the Gumby Christmas that I brought up.
I was also surprised, but I think it was one of my dad's favorites because I definitely saw it multiple times as a kid.
Yeah, because also, as a kid, I had our generation, probably not even you. My generation is the last generation of kids that fucking played with shit that wasn't a screen, that wasn't technology, like Play-Doh. Or action figures or cars. And with Play-Doh, it was easy to make a Gumby.
That makes perfect sense.
So, I would have little Gumby adventures on my own. I would make little Gumby and Pokey, his little fucking horse pal, and just, the bad guys, the blockheads. I called them cubes, and then fucking the heckler called in, or Blowhard. Same guy.
Who gave us an interesting backstory about A Christmas Story. which was that it started as New York radio. I didn't realize that. That was
Yeah.
actually entirely new.
Gene
knowledge to me.
Carroll, the narrator and author of A Christmas Story, which I do believe is the #1 movie. And by the way, so this is what I'd like to mention. I was screening the calls, I think, for most of that segment, but a couple times I had to speak up. And as a result, when I'm speaking up, more than likely, Pitsy or Lily jumped on the phones. Because that's who started at 92.3 Free FM with us as interns. Anthony Pizzatola, who later became a producer, short-lived producer, but still a producer nonetheless, and we're still pals, me and Pitsy, Giants fans. And then Lily, of course, we all know her. And a couple times when I spoke or I did something, they jumped in the phone screen. And then I coincidentally knew, Laird called up with Scrooged. And I gotta tell you, Laird is lucky Ron nor Fez didn't rip him, or Lily/Pitsy, or quite frankly me, because I was in charge of them, a new asshole. Because a TV special is different than a Christmas movie. Come on now. We're not fucking doing movies here, Laird. Scrooged, yeah, we know. Bill Murray's funny. You want to tell us something else? Something else? World-shattering? With all due respect, I'm trying to be warm and fuzzy on Christmas. But whoever's screening those phone calls, that wasn't the Dave man.
No.
That was a Pitsy or Lily fuck up, because I would have instantly... Here's my phone screening approach. You want to hear it? Here it is. Ready? Ron Fez. That's all you said. Ready? Yeah. Am I on? No. Ron Fez, you're with Dave. Come on. What do you want? What do you got? That's one of the big phone screener things. What do you got? Yeah. And then the person goes, I want to talk about Scrooged. Dave man would go, not a Christmas TV special. That's a movie. Do you got a TV special? Yes or no? I also like Christmas Vacation. Click! We don't fuck around when we screen our phone calls. Click! Then ring, 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 ring. Hey, Ron Fez, what do you got? I'd like to talk about Miracle on 34th Street. That's a movie. You got a TV special? Only TV specials. Oh. Christmas Story. Click! And then I would go over to Earl and I go, can you believe these fucking people? And Earl would be like, Dave, don't yell at me. I'm trying to pay attention to Ron and Fez. I know, but Earl, can you believe these motherfuckers that they don't understand the fucking premise of TV specials? And they're calling with movies? Can you believe that? And then meanwhile, Ron was asking Earl a bunch of questions and Earl wasn't responding on the air. So I basically torpedoed Earl. And now Ron's mad at Earl. Because he's like, Earl, how come you're not responding? And then Earl would hit the microphone and go, because Dave's yelling in my ear, Ron. Which is probably also why I got invited to sit in the studio. It's just like Dave is he's driving Earl insane.
Talking regardless.
It's literally Axl Rose screaming in Slash's ear for the entire fucking time. Gotta prevent that. It's actually a brilliant move on my part now that I think about it.
That is a very brilliant behind.
Easy way to get in the studio.
Is about your screen calling though, and that is a pivotal thing.
You gotta tell these people, this is the conversation. Do you got something for this? You don't have to be as loud as I am, but you should be as quick. That's an important lesson.
Absolutely. Now, thankfully, where I worked, the pace was never that fast. It was usually like,
dude,
what do you got? Oh, no, I'm sorry. The billing support line's a different line. Oh, you've called that 19 times and nobody's picked up. I'll have somebody check on that. No, I don't know when E-Rock's coming in. Yes, I'm being honest.
Where is it?
No idea.
That compound?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
None of us know when he's coming in. We may never see him again. Good luck. Bye.
Yeah, that's a different experience at compound than it was with us. You will never have any phone screener as terrified. And honestly, the one who was terrified the most was Earl Douglas. You'll never see more terror in the producer's booth when people go behind the glass, in the producer's booth. You'll never experience more fright than in Comedy Pyramid. Because
Earl Douglas, or just in general?
From Earl, and then probably the phone screener. because you have to understand 1,000 fucking phone calls would come in at the exact same time.
Exactly.
It's
You gotta
just
those lines.
insane. You're just, because you have to type shit out, person's name and where they're from, and then in the subject line, what they're going to talk about. That's your proper phone screen.
Now, one of the people they say was not usually very good at phone screening, surprisingly, was Billy Staples.
Because he had something that I would do, which is no patience. Do you have something pertinent to the conversation, or yes or no? I was just probably louder, but Billy was great. And I actually witnessed him screening phone calls when I visited, just as a fan, friend, the Ron Fez show at WAW. And he was excellent. Excellent. Yeah. No, I vouch for that.
We heard all the takes from the episode. Did you have any Christmas specials you wanted to add?
Well, I mean, besides Gumby, I do want to say someone brought up the Emmett Otter's Jug Band or whatever that's called. I love that one, man.
That's good.
That one was great. I think one of the things that was missing was there wasn't enough variety shows.
That's what
or unique ones. So I think we got to harken back to the 70s, dog, and go with the Star Wars holiday, Star Wars Christmas special. And you could even do the Donnie and Marie Star Wars Christmas special. 2 different Christmas specials, but the main one, the Star Wars holiday special, is the one that was sanctioned by George Lucas, much to his never-ending regret ever since.
Yeah.
He literally tried to get it scrubbed off the internet.
I don't think he's ever going to live that way.
I think you got to throw in the Bing Crosby and the David Bowie. Like, we didn't hit enough of the variety Christmas specials. Those count, in my opinion. It's anything TV.
I agree completely. Those were usually some of my favorite things. You would be like, oh, who are they? Even growing up, as silly as it sounds, Stephen Colbert, when he was doing the Colbert Show, did a Christmas special, and he had all these fun guests that would come in. You'd be like, oh, look, it's so-and-so. He's not a singer. Now he's singing a Christmas carol.
You know what? Is this eligible? Because you just brought up Bill Murray. Because it's not a movie. A Bill Murray Netflix Christmas special is fantastic. I love it. I watched it a couple of years ago, and it really made me feel good. It really was a nice Christmas special that I thoroughly enjoyed. So that's streaming, but to me, it's definitely not a movie, right? No. So I think it's a little bit more eligible for this than obviously Scrooged.
And I definitely agree with you. I treat, to be honest with you, a lot of the old Ron and Fez shows as Christmas or holiday specials.
100%.
Like, I'll go listen to Thanksgiving. And then one I throw out there that I really enjoyed, because I would listen to Sirius driving a lot, was Tom Papa did an old school radio show.
Oh, I like
where
that.
he told a story. There was Foley work. And
he did Gene Carroll.
Essentially, but it was.
I mean, Gene Shepard. Gene Carroll's the lady with Trump, right? Don't want to get them confused. Gene Shepard.
But all of his friends, like Norton, showed up, and it was Christmas themed, and I just thought it was a lot of fun. But you're right, not enough of those variety shows, and honestly, not enough time to get to spend with the audience this year, and with you guys who tune in every time to these Tales of the Satellite.
I'm feeling we're wrapping up here.
That's what I was trying to.
All right. Well, listen, folks. I want to thank you so much. This is the last Tales of the Satellite of 2025, of course. And we got to thank you for all your love and support for all of these years. It's been fantastic. We really appreciate it. We appreciate you spreading the word. Keep spreading the word. Keep giving the thumbs ups. Keep giving the positivity. Spread it on the Reddits and give it lots of love. Give it the 5-star reviews. If you go to the iTunes and the Spotify's, hit the 5 stars. Leave a nice review. This show rocks. Modern Day Man's on fire. Davey Mac Sports Program's on fire. Tales of the Satellite's on fire. Shout outs to the Eastside Davidson Wrestling Show, which we did an amazing episode after the John Cena match. And Yaddle Channel, which I'll be bringing back when they do a new Star Wars project. Looking forward to having that happen. It's a Yaddle Channel, the Star Wars podcast, which reviews Star Wars shows, but we've been without a show or a movie for quite some time. Disney, get off your ass, make one, you'll get a new Yaddle Channel. But Robert, I gotta thank you as well. The people I thank are Robert, Ron and Fez, Chris Pepper Stanley, Earl.
Wow, that's a Christmas miracle.
Aaron Berg.
Hell yeah.
Roy Harder,
Definitely.
Stanley Mack. These are all the people I do the shows with.
Absolutely.
Jedi Jared left Yaddle Chattel, but his spirit remains. So I give him a shout out.
And
we're still text buddies.
None of this would have started without the Ron and Fez archivist's help, so...
Ron and Fez archivist, Jedi Jared, shout outs. And that's it. I want everyone to have a very nice, happy Hanukkah and a very Merry Christmas. This is what we want from you. And just enjoy life. Listen to some Ron and Fez. Go have a good time. Get all warm and fuzzy and let's ring in the new year together. And thank you so much.
Absolutely. And you don't have to read too deeply between the lines to know this might not have been the best year for the Tales from the Satellite crew. But truly one of the things
I don't know what you're
going
about. I felt like it was pretty good for me.
Oh, well. You're a better actor than I am, Eric. That said...
Yeah, I got the left lane.
Yep. We're merging as I'm trying to be sincere. But no, one of the things that's kept us going week to week is doing this kind of stuff and your positive feedback and getting to do it. So thank you guys. We got a bunch of fun stuff coming in the new year.
Positive feedback from me is always the second text, folks. My first text to Robert is, what have you done? We have to clean this up immediately. And then he does an amazing job. And the second text is, that's brilliant.
Exactly.
So I got to thank you, Robert Tenborough.
And I thank you, Dave, for letting me be a part of this and share into something that gets me through the weeks.
As the sun sets slowly in the west.
Absolutely.
We will bid you a fond farewell, a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and a Happy New Year. See ya!
Good night, radio fans. Happy holidays. Hit stop recording.
Watch out. Excellent.
I was feeling pretty good for la 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 la. Taking my time on the la 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 la. Snow falling down in the la 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 la. Everybody singing like la 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 la. Decking all the halls with the la 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 la. Making my way to the la 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 la. I like to drink a little beer at the end of the day and go walking in the town, feel like a million miles away. Now the snow is like a sea, like a sand above the beach. The lights walking in the trees, the people shining in the street, and the people in the light, all the children in the light. Singing holy, holy night. I was feeling pretty good for la 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 la. Taking my time on the la 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 la. Snow falling down in the la 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 la. Everybody singing like la 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 la. Decking all the halls with the la 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 la. Making my way to the la 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 la. I like to sit out on the pier and look across the bay. I don't think about a thing. I feel a million miles away, like I'm floating from the sky, like a storm of falling snow. Then I'm spinning through the trees, then I'm shining in the road for all the people in the light and all the children in the light.